more than a little bit, been through more than a little bit. But I ain't calling no names out, no free promotion. Nah, I ain't late, I don't do due dates. No sneak this, no sneak shit, that's just how I was raised. Had to get it out the soil, I've been down, I've been loyal. When you really hold it down, niggas ain't really down for ya. Oh no, what a shame, 10 years in the game. Niggas like you ain't hot, you ain't pop, yes up with you and yeah. Grew out the concrete, you know it ain't sweet. Can't tell me anything. It be the ones who say they ride for you. It be the ones you love, them too. It be the ones who swear they real, not true. It be the ones, don't get caught up. It be the ones you're closest to. It be the ones you trust them too. It be the ones you look up to. It be the ones, don't get caught up, young love. Grew out the concrete, you know it ain't sweet. Can't tell me anything. Been through more than a little bit, but I ain't calling no names out, no free promotions. If it ain't about blessings, I can't even address it. I just bought my third house, no album out, and I got 'em asking, what do she do? I do everything, I move everything. Put that on my wedding ring, put that on my baby name. All these fake smiles, these 6 months just came from a dentist. I can tell it ain't genuine, I get so offended. Grew out the concrete, you know it ain't sweet. Can't tell me anything. It be the ones who say they ride for you. It be the ones you love, them too. It be the ones who swear they real, not true. It be the ones, don't get caught up. It be the ones you're closest to. It be the ones you trust them too. It be the ones you look up to. It be the ones, who say they ride for you. It be the ones you love, them too. It be the ones who swear they real, not true. It be the ones, don't get caught up. It be the ones you're closest to. It be the ones you trust them too. It be the ones you look up to. It be the ones, don't get caught up, young love. Don't get caught up, young love. Been through more than a little bit, been through more than a little.
up when I'm in that man. Get up. Trust me, homie, I'm not playing. I had a dance floor off the chain. I said, get up. I came to bring you that California love and a little New York hate. It's all of the above. I'm not playing, I'm saying I'm off the chain. You better follow instructions. I said, get up. I bow to I fall. I stunt till I drop. I'm off the showroom floor, not the used car lot. You buy a bottle, I buy the bar. I make any other week feel like Mardi Gras. When I get into it, I get into it. Everybody can't do it the way I do it. I make it rain, then the sun come out. Plain, we make the come out now. My question is who they gon' blame when I'm at number one on the Billboard again. Shift now, the game done changed since Mike made Thriller and Prince made Purple Rain. I guess I made the kids once and NWA made the West Coast bang. Nah, it's just music, man, it's just music. Now get your on the dance floor and move it. I have the sad warfare, I'm the reason everybody here. I say get up, I make it hot in here. Your feet hurting, I really don't care. I say get up, I wanna see you move and get all into the groove. I say get up, I'm getting money, man, I really don't care. Let me see you put your hands in the air. I say get up, good, I won't get to know you better. You look good in them jeans and them red stilettos. You got a Bentley coupe, baby, I wanna drive. See and tell you what your mileage is when I'm out. I'm gonna take you for a spin, you know, round and round. Switch gears till your love come down. I take you to the point of no return. If you listen, you learn just how it earn. I got money to burn. While the gap bid drop the bomb on me. It's up and down gracefully. Rick James with a said shit brick house. A 50 used to go on and see what that about. I find out she like it how I like it, huh? Back it up, get you some. I know how to get you. Tune you up, use your tongue. Under the hood, it's so good. She said so good. Damn, I'm so hot. What up? I had the sad warfare. I'm the reason everybody here. I say get up. I make it hot in here. Your feet hurting, I really don't care. I say get up. I wanna see you move and get all into the groove. I say get up. I'm getting money, man. I really don't care. Let me see you put your hands in the air. I say get up. And get into it. You're now rocking with the unit. I say get up, and get into it. We're gonna show you just how we do it. I said get up, aftermath, still shady aftermath. I said get up, aftermath, still shady aftermath.
Let's get a mic check going. Mic check 1. I don't know if the equipment is working. I've been gone a while. Can you let me know if you're here or not? Let me know if you can hear me. Are we good? We obviously can hear, you obviously can hear the music because Donna got her little dancing people out there. My background, y'all don't know, Donna's the choreographer for the Wyatt live show. And she has the she handles all the background dances and all of the all the dances. I've been trying to get her to get some with some faces on them or something. Mic check 1. Are we good? Good afternoon, Stephen Speed. Good afternoon, Tim. Good afternoon, Donna. Good afternoon, Roz. Good afternoon, D Broach. What's good? Bro? I didn't know you were here. What's up, Donald? What's good, bro? Who else we got? David Herring. What's good? I'm probably gonna miss some people. I don't do well with the rundown of names because I always miss people and then they get to tripping. He ain't say my name. He be tripping. What's up, Alethea? He be tripping. See, he don't want to hear my, the opinions be different. So if you don't go against his opinion, he don't. Thank you, DH. He said loud and clear. I appreciate it. I'm only here so I won't get fined. How about that? I'm only here today so I won't get fined. How about that shit right there? I'm only here so I won't get fined. Now check this out. I'm only here for an hour. I'm probably done by 2:30. I got a lot on my plate. I want to apologize to my family, my Wyatt Live family, for not being here. He said, you on your lunch break, bro? I appreciate you spending your lunch with us, bro. We all know you eating that Spam sandwich over there because we grew up on that shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. I just saying, nothing wrong with that Vienna sausages and shit. I'm just playing. Everybody tell you I be rocking them bologna sandwiches, bro, and my PB, yeah, my peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, shit don't change. It just don't change. Nothing's changed over here, bro. I mean, as far as my behaviors and what I do, my vices and things of that nature, I'm still. I mean, why wouldn't I be? Tell me, why wouldn't I be? I got a lot on my plate. I went out to LA last week. I didn't even make the announcement. Let me just be honest and tell you guys something. All right. Pardon me 1 second. I'm just getting over that cold. It's pretty much done and over with. But every once in a while, when I walk into a different environment, like a different room, and it feels different, the air is different. You know what I'm saying? It's like my sinuses kick in, and I get this little feeling in me like, oh shit, I hope this is not the cold coming back. And it's not. It's just my sinuses. So if you hear me sniffle, snack, or whatever, I do all that. It's just my sinuses. I just walked into the crib, came into the little studio, and the fans are in here, and like the fans blow, and it makes my sinuses act a fool. But I just wanted to see. Let's take the temperature today. Just wanted to make sure everybody was good today, man, and explain to you. I was gone last week. Let me explain. Like I told my man DH some time ago, I don't really tell people my location when I really got a lot going on. Like I don't do that. I know I'm not a star or no shit like that. But to be honest with you, since I've started the podcast, it'll be 6 years in March this month, in a couple weeks. When people know where you are, here we go right here, Alethea. She said, burn candle. Burn, baby, burn. She said, burn a peppermint 3-wick candle. I'm running my it's a sage and white. It's called white tea and sage. It's very therapeutic. It works for me. I'm a candle guy. If anything, if you want to call me soft in any area, that'll be it right there. But I can live with that because I like candles. Hey, that's all. I mean, call me what you want to call me. I don't care. But location, bro. Whenever I got real stuff going on in life, I never tell people where I'm at, what time. I'm just not like that. And I think my brother Emmanuel Livingston was really the first one to ever enlighten me on, why that's important. And my wife, I know for a fact, has always gotten on me about where I am, letting people know where I am at a certain time, certain place, the whole nine. What up, Ed? What up, Carolyn? So I'm a little careful about that. I'll say that I'm somewhere, and I'm there's times that I've posted on Facebook or on social media, and I'll say that I'm at a certain restaurant. I was there. I'm not there right at that particular moment. I just don't do that. I don't want anybody who might be next door to come over and holler. I don't want to be bothered like that. I'm not that type of guy. I'm not social like that. I'm nice, but I'm nice only because I'm a nice guy, but I'm not about to be. I don't like being phony nice with anybody, especially some of you all on here. Not everybody. What up, Rhodes? What's good? Jay Rhodes. I'm talking about the ones that come on here and be cool and tapping and dapping with me and all that old shit. And then, lightweight go other places and be, tearing me down or whatever. I don't really care about that. You can say whatever you want to say about me. Just don't be fake and fried with me, like face to face, or, when we in the chat, or if you DM me or you reach out, or if you have my number, I don't really rock with people like that. There ain't nobody in here on the Wyatt Live show, in the DM, or watching right now. There's nobody that can ever say that me and that person had a sidebar conversation about somebody that's on here. Can't nobody come forward with that. Nobody can come and be like, man, shit, I talked to Wyatt the other day and he told me don't be messing with such and such. I don't roll like that. I don't roll like that. Number one, I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody that's a human. Now, if you're outside of a human being, then maybe, we can talk. But I don't trust people. People are the fraud. People are the if you talk about fraud, look up fraud, you'll see a person. If you look up the definition of a fraudster, it's a human being. It don't say human being, but it's the characteristics of a human being. I don't trust anybody. And that don't mean that I don't like you. It don't mean that you're a nasty, dirty, dusty person. It doesn't mean that at all. It's just that everybody has somebody that they'll go against the grain for, because they want that person to like them. They want to be liked by the circle or whatever it may be, man. It's very hard to find somebody that is Justin Sharp. What's good, brother? It's very hard to find people that are genuine, that are real in that are real to their word. I don't know. Let me ask you this question, since y'all think I'm tripping. Some of y'all think I'm tripping. Some of y'all like, yeah, I feel you, bro. Let me ask you, have you ever met a person in your life that's never lied? Have you ever met anybody? You throw your mama in there, throw your granny in there, your granddaddy, whoever. Have you ever met a person who has never told a lie? Shit. Yeah, come on now. Can't trust people. Even if they call it, and I hate this one. I hate when they call soft lies white lies. That's some bullshit. I hate when they be like, oh man, that's a white lie. That little shit. Like a white lie is better than a regular lie. It's a lie that you tell people just not to make them feel bad. Or it's like a white lie is considered to be like, don't do bad, children, because Santa Claus is not going to be, good to you. That's considered to be white lies. That's some bullshit, but I'm just saying. Vernon, what's good, bro? I don't know what you mean by that. He said number 23. What does that mean, bro? You got to let me know. You got to let me know. I didn't say hello to Kim Moore Eberhardt. I think she's making some comments. Yeah, she made a comment. Hello, Kim. Sorry about that, sis. Donald Bro said a lie is a lie. Absolutely. I don't believe that there's soft lies and hard lies. I think there's severity in lies. I mean, you get up on the stand and say you didn't see someone kill someone, but you did. You really did, and you're lying to protect someone. That can be a serious, severe lie, right? If someone say, did you eat the last cookie, and you lie and you say, nah, it wasn't me. Yeah. Twin, what's good? He said, right, Wyatt, we expecting 1 o'clock. Wyatt live here come at 1:30. Well, leave. Gone. Oh, he said I was number 23 to log in today. Twin, you want your money back? Since I came into the show late, you want your money back? Damn, I get tired of cutting you those checks. Soon as you send me a receipt for your entrance. Hey, Tierra Powell, how you doing? She said, hey, y'all, popping in for a quick second. Okay. We need more than a second, Tierra Powell. We need more people like Tierra Powell who are productive, doing things. Tierra Powell, let me ask you a question, if you don't mind, because I do respect people that are productive. Deanna, what's good? I didn't know you were here, but let me ask you something, Tierra Powell. This is how you get them engaged. But I mean this. Do you find yourself talking to, everybody want to say hi at the same time now so I can say hello. What's up, Workroom 502? That sound, I don't know, bro. Is that what is that? It's on YouTube. No wonder. Okay. I was going to say, how do you get that kind of handle? I bet you Tierra Powell is just like me. She probably like, no, I'm not. But I think she probably is just like me in a certain kind of way. She probably get tired of talking to people who don't put work in. I ain't about to talk about that today. I got some other stuff I want to talk about. I don't really. She probably get tired of talking to a bunch of people who have nothing but opinion to share and probably have never jumped in the swimming pool of facts. You feel what I'm saying to you? Like to always talk to people and all they do is they talk about things that are not factual. They have no facts about what they're talking about. So what they find themselves doing is talking about all these opinions. I can't find myself. That's just ridiculous to me, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Who else I need to say hello? Ed, what's good? I'm short on time today. I just got back in from LA. What is today? Today, Monday. I got in Sunday evening, and I'm still a little bit jet lagged. I do want to let you guys know that I'm working on 6 years here on Wyatt Live, and it'll be 6 years, I believe, March the 20th, and I'm super proud of it. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go, guys. I really don't know how much longer I have here. I don't know. I don't know. You know, I'm like, this is the only thing in my life, you probably can hear it in my voice, that I've had, my uncertainties have taken over me. One minute I feel like I want to do it, and the next minute I'm like, why? Why? And then I say to myself, like, what more can I say? Because everything that I talk, y'all know I'm frames ahead of what's going on and what's happening. And the things that I had been talking about were premature to a lot of people. And then when you say things, it sounds like you're wishing. Y'all heard me say this a lot through the years. If you've been here, you've heard me say this a lot. And I say, in order for my points, the things I talk about, for some people to get it and catch it, something, y'all know, you heard me say this before, something absolutely tragic has to happen for you to understand what's going on. You heard me? This is not the first time I've said that, right? In order for you to understand some of the things that I have said on this platform, it takes a tragedy for you to understand why I had my opinion, why I was saying what I was saying at that time. And then it sounds like I'm the hater at that time. In real time, I sound like a hater. And then I sound like, what do you call those people? You know, I don't want to say conceited and all that stuff. Then I sound like the person that's just trying to hit itself on the back 2 years later or a year later or whenever it is later, when it actually comes to light of what's really happening. If you've been on this program long enough, you know what I'm talking about. If you only been here a year, 6 months, 2 weeks, or you just logged on today for the very first time, you have no clue what I'm talking about. You have no clue. I have so much evidence to prove everything I've ever said on this platform. Nobody can ever come back on here and you can never say, but Wyatt, you said such and such was going to happen and it didn't. You said this, you was hating on that person, and you said this, and you said that, and that. Remember when you said this, and it never happened? You can't say that. Give me an instance that I brought up something on here, on this platform, and it hasn't come up, hasn't come to pass. Please tell me. Let me read a couple comments. Feel free to call in. Go ahead, you can call in. Hold your calls short today if you don't mind. Andrea, what's good? Tierra Powell said, and I actually asked her a question, so I want to read her comment. I think this may be the answer. She said, that is actual and factual. I need a show called Actual and Factual. That's a good one. She says, that is actual and factual. I'd be sick of it. No facts, all talking about what they did hundreds of years ago. I'm not going to kill. I totally agree with what she just said. And y'all heard me. I haven't quite said it like that, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I told you some people are only relevant because they've been saying the same shit for 20 years and they can't be wrong. It's almost like a clock. A clock that you don't plug up, has no batteries. It's not even functional. But if it has an hour hand and a minute hand, guess what? It is going to be absolutely right twice a day. It don't have to know anything. It don't have to be plugged up. It don't have to be um um you know have batteries in it. None of that. As long as it has an hour hand and a minute hand, that clock will be right twice a day. And to be honest with you, some people had these talking points or positions in life of politics and what's going on with the damn city council, what's going on with the police chief. And I don't understand how y'all haven't seen that to be a dead horse at this point, especially once you get everything you've ever talked about. It would be one thing if nothing has ever changed in the rotation of the people. You understand? Like the rotation of the people have changed, but the positions have changed. You see what like I'm talking about? Like, okay, your party is running everything where you live, and you're still not happy about your conditions. Then it might not be what you think it is. Say, for instance, I'm on the dating scene and I keep coming on the air. Let's just say I'm not married and all that. And I keep coming on the scene and I keep telling y'all right here on the show, man, I went out on a date on Monday. I went out on a date on Wednesday. I went out on a date on Friday. These women out here are crazy. Then the next week following, man, I went on a date on Tuesday. I went on a date on Thursday. I went on a date on Friday and Saturday night. These are different women. Then I go on a date 3 weeks later. Oh man, I went on a date on such and such day. Y'all see what I'm saying? And then I'm still saying that shit with all the way to, I mean, I've been saying it for a year now. Aren't y'all eventually going to say to me, Wyatt, why can't you find somebody? You know what I'm saying? Why can't you find someone? Why? I mean, damn, you've been dating for a whole year and you've been dating, like you've been going out. You've been selecting what you want. You've been picking them. Have you ever thought it might be you, bro? That the ladies that you go out with might not want to be bothered with you, or they're tired of you? What is it? Okay, let me go to Darren Chamberlain. He says, you were wrong about that white man that killed the elder black woman Uber driver. You said he wouldn't be found guilty. His old racist ass got convicted by a jury of his white peers. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember that case. I don't even remember a white man killed. I don't even remember that situation. That don't mean that you're wrong, whoever Darren Chamberlain is. I'm not saying you're wrong. What I'm saying is I can't even I don't even know what that situation is. You said you were wrong about the white man that killed the elder black woman Uber driver. I don't even remember that. How long ago was that? Now, hey, Darren, I'm not saying you're wrong, bro. I'm just saying, did I have all the facts? I don't even remember the case. Can somebody help us out with that? Can somebody help me with that? I'm just being honest. I don't remember that. I don't even know where it happened. But here's the thing. I'll give you my opinion about a situation based on the facts. But you know, a lot of y'all bring shit that's not factual. You bring up situations that go down and you have no facts. So if you giving me some that's why I don't like talking about stuff that don't have facts behind it. If you giving me information that is not factual, so now I give you my opinion, yeah, chances are I might be wrong because I'm giving you my facts, my opinion based on, I don't know. Andrea says it was last year, I believe. Do y'all remember? Where did it happen? Darren says you talked. Excuse me. He said you talked on it in this show when it happened. It was like last year. Wyatt claims White claims people were scamming him, it was like, I believe he's saying it was in Dayton. I'm gonna have to look that up. Vernon, bro, you full of it. You full of it. Vernon, this is the last time I'm gonna say this. Vernon, I have never in my life blocked you. First of all, you've never given me a reason to block you. Second of all, I don't usually block people. I don't block people. I really don't. I might have blocked some people because I know what their intentions were. I don't look, if you genuine and if you feel a certain way, that's cool. But I only block people that I know are intentionally hating on purpose. I commit my time to this. I don't have time to be playing, paper bag games with people. I really don't. It's not entertainment for me. I've always come on. I always come on Wyatt Live and we talk about issues. It's like when people say things like, when I make a comment about another platform, usually it's about radio, because people come on here and talk about radio. But when I talk about something on the radio, it's like taken a certain way when I give an opinion about what they talking about. But I wonder, do y'all say the same thing when E talk about what they talk about on the radio? E don't always agree. Emmanuel don't always agree with what they was talking about on the radio. Matter of fact, him and the host was together for 20 years, had a relationship. They was cool at one point, fell out, cool, one fell out. Typical, been on the job with people for 20 years. E told y'all stories about that guy did y'all call E a hater because of the shit that he was saying? Or did you see that did y'all think it was crazy that he was saying things about another platform? I don't think so, because I think what happens is a lot of y'all you like that messy shit. You like it. I don't think that you like messy from everyone, but I think you like messy from certain people. I really do. I think y'all like messy. Certain people like messy from certain people. Hold on, let me read this. Darren, he says, everybody knows the case except you. Okay, well, tell me, where was the case at? Where was this Uber driver in this Uber situation? Where was all this up? Why would I fake like I don't know the story, bro? Why would I fake like, damn, who y'all used to? Who you used to talking to where they feel like they got this chuck and jive and bullshit they way through shit? I'm not like that. I'm a grown ass man who I've stood on my toes on every issue on this platform. He says Dayton area. I don't remember it. I'm being honest with you, Darren. I don't remember it. And I tell you what, I could tell you a few things where I may have been off, but I wasn't that far off. And here's the other thing. On that particular case, I don't even remember how they engaged one another. Okay, if you think that I said that man wasn't going to jail because he killed, he killed a black lady? You thought that was the only reason why I thought he was not going to go to jail? No, I don't even circle my thoughts don't even go that way. I don't say that somebody's not going to jail or they're going to jail because they killed a black person or a white person. I don't do that. I look at the facts. I look at how the law carries itself. You hear that, D? You hear that, Broach? It's all good, bro. I have a lot of diplomacy about myself, but sometimes people, sometimes people do push that. They don't know how we did it. They don't know how we grew up, Broach, but it's all good, bro. Sometimes you just got to give. Sometimes when you do people a certain way, it harms you more than it harms them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not in the business of making people's lives tough. Let me go to the phone lines real fast. Short show today. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
But see, I like how I watched that show with you, man. I learned, okay, this is how you break a motherfucker down mentally. And when you watching them shows, you learning the art of war. You learning, boom, see how she would have came in? Where is your son? That's the first question she said. And she's not even y'all motherfuckers been trained hours and hours, and you been a detective. So that means you was a regular police officer, got a promotion to a detective. This girl ain't never been a police officer. That's her instincts, her wits, her street.
Call her.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll come to this. You gotta get to the point. I already got to sense the natural evidence that the baby.
Hey, caller. Caller.
Facts.
Hey, caller.
Yeah.
You want to talk to us?
Yeah.
You want to talk to us? I don't know what you're doing. Who you talking to, bro?
Man, we trying to. Oh, my bad. We're trying to get this interrogation together. My bad.
Interrogation? Who y'all interrogating?
Man, this chick tried to act like up in Chicago. She her son messed around the kid and shot himself in front of his siblings, and she come home and she don't call the police or nothing. So then the welfare checks start checking on her. She just coming up with lies, won't even tell, you know. But hey, my bad. I forgot, man.
All right, caller. Let's start from the beginning. All right, let's start from the beginning. Hold on one second. Let me do this. Let's go to the phone lines real fast. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, man.
Hey. CK, what's good, bro?
Man, how long that rambling was going on for, man? My bad. I ain't know.
We heard everything all the way up to the test. You about to pull that test out. Are you or are you not the father?
Boy, Povich the daddy.
Yeah.
Boy,
hey, bro, no offense. Who was that you were talking to, if I may ask? Not the name, just what's your relation?
Oh, baby mama. That's my baby mama. Yeah. So
now I ask you, are you or are you not the father?
Of course, okay. Man. I'm claiming everything, man. It's tax season.
God, it's tax.
What the hell you talking about?
All right, brother. What's going on, CK? What's good with you, man? Your thoughts?
Man, hey, my thoughts was crazy, man. You caught me in on that. Oh, golly, man. I ain't know. But see, I was wondering, you changed your show to the morning time, right? That's why I was a little carried away. I was thrown off a bit.
Did I? When did I do that?
I seen you on in the morning like 2 days ago.
What?
Huh? You wasn't on in the morning at 11 o'clock?
2 days ago was like on what? Saturday? Or what? No. I was in LA 2 days ago.
Oh my God, man. Okay. I just thought you switched it to the Lincoln West side of the game. My bad.
No, I wouldn't do that. I mean, why would I do that?
Damn. But yeah. But see, I was calling about the was you aware of the shooting situation?
Yeah, we haven't talked about it. You can open that can of worms real fast. What's going on with it? You talking about the 9 shot in Cincinnati?
Yes. No fatalities, right?
No fatalities. Thank God.
That's the good part. Now, I want people to realize, listen. I want the people to realize that if you have to go somewhere where you're being searched and pat down, don't go.
Oh,
you hear me?
That's not fair.
If you got to be pat and searched down, not the airport, but I'm talking about a club or something. Now, if you go to the airport, that's cool. But I'm talking about when you got to go to a club where you're getting searched and patted down, I don't think you should go. Your thoughts?
I don't agree with that.
Or you think you should go to a dangerous club where they be shooting? Because
they pat you down don't mean it's dangerous. I don't agree with that. And I can tell you from experience, unlike most people, CK, to be honest with you, bro, people will give you their opinions and they'll talk a bunch of shit and not have anything to back it up, never experienced it other than just being a customer, a consumer of it. But in my case, I'm in the promotion business. I'm in boxing. And you go to the Barclays and go watch fights. You walk through a metal detector. Should they not?
Yeah, that's safe. I like that.
But wait a minute. When I throw my fights, including in Cincinnati, Ohio, I have a detailed security. I have detailed off-duty police officers. I pay a lot of money for security for a reason that I'll tell you guys about later. But should they not come to my events in Cincinnati because I have a guy winding people down and they walking through a metal detector? Should they not come to the event?
No, okay, you make a great point. Yeah, that's why I talk to you. Okay, and you make some good venues Yes, I do agree because I just think certain like the hip hop concerts are too. It costs too much to insure. You know, when we try to get the venue, sir.
But they
You
don't.
know what I mean?
But they don't. That's the problem. I'm gonna talk
It
about
don't.
that. No, I'm gonna talk about that later in the show too. Because
Okay. I didn't know.
we're gonna
I'm
learn
saying,
something today.
when we do the
We're
white
gonna learn.
venue,
Hold on, CK. I promise I'm gonna let you say everything you need to say. But I love your conversation today because guess what we're gonna do today, CK?
yes, sir.
We're gonna learn something today. This is not just gonna be a matter of opinion. You're talking to someone that's not only in the promotion business, you're talking to someone that understands rules and regulations of state. You're talking to someone that understands um, um, regulation, like ordinance from your city. You're talking to somebody that I can give some very important inputs on this matter, and maybe some of your leadership will pay attention to it. Maybe, I don't know, but we'll see.
But you got to understand when you're dealing with a cat like Wyatt, you cool because remember, he ain't doing this for the bread. He's doing it for the influence. So he's trying to influence other cats in the tri-state, Cincinnati, to get paper like he got paper the legal way. See what I mean? So when he comes in, a lot of these cats coming from, okay, I'm trying to get this, I'm trying to get this. So when you say you don't want the follower, that's why they're trying to get the millions of followers. But you come with, okay, do this. I've been running into problems with the insurance being too high with the fights and the shootouts. When I do the white venues, then it's more the insurance. It's like you don't have to get. It don't even have to really be no insurance. Like far as the violence, the shooting aspects. And see, I done got priced out with the insurance costs on concerts doing hip hop and doing the same Metallica and that little heavy metal stuff. No problem with the insurance.
Okay.
I mean, you see what I'm saying on that part?
I hear you. Now, don't get mad and don't go off the edge. I don't believe what you're saying.
Okay.
Let me tell you, I'm not saying you're lying to me.
I
I don't believe what you're saying is really accurate. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think that if I brought a concert and it was a heavy metal concert to the city of Cincinnati, that the insurance would be less than if I brought Jeezy or somebody. I don't.
Oh hell yeah! Now I'll probably bet money on that. I might lose, but I'll pay if I lose.
Let me tell you why. Because I'm a professional. I'm in bonding. Okay, and they don't ask you who the artist is when you're getting insurance. They don't ask you that. They ask you the capacity. It's based on the capacity. It's based on the venue's value. It's based on a lot of things. It's not based on who is the artist. Now, a local shop, okay, like it used to be Annie's. I don't know, what is it called now? Riverfront Live or something?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they can refuse to do a sublease with you because you're bringing in someone that they may not agree with because they have the most liability there. The promoter can walk away. It's the owner of the club, the owner of the venue that holds the most liability in a case like that. They can tell you, now we're not letting you bring Ghetto Boys in, like the group Ghetto Boys. They can tell you now.
Hold on. So you talking about Ghetto Boy? Now how far are you going back? Because the whole game
bro, I was
changed.
just using that as an example.
Talking about when the last time you did a concert? Because I want to check your credentials. When the last time you did a concert and who was this artist?
Slow down, bro. What I'm telling you, I just use Ghetto Boys because I'm not. Yeah, you're right. I'm not current in the rap.
Right.
Group. Hold on.
I'm telling you about now.
Okay. All right. Who you want me to think of? Okay. Young Boy Fly, whatever. Someone else.
That's the great one. NBA Young Boy. Okay. Perfect example.
But what I'm telling you, okay, what is this music about? Is it violent?
Yes, very.
Okay, it's very violent. So if I'm a club owner, I can turn around and say, nah, I'm not interested in hosting that type of event at my place.
Right.
Okay. And it has nothing to do with the insurance. It has nothing to do with the insurance. It has everything to do with if the venue feels that it's a good fit for their venue, for their spot.
Right.
It has nothing to do with the insurance. But that's not what you said. You just said that it's more expensive to do a concert because it's a rap group versus a Metallica or a rock group, and that's not accurate. That's not true.
And we could check accuracy because all you got to do is ask Google. has NBA YoungBoy had problems insuring his concerts? And that'll boom, it's right there in your face. You got a computer. And you're going to answer the question like, oh, I don't believe you. Then what you going to say? Oh,
is that what you did?
CK was right.
Is that what you did?
No, I said,
well, what the hell are you talking about then, bro? How you know what Google? How do you?
You the one said I don't believe you. So if you didn't believe you could just say, boom, check it. I just named the name.
I just did.
Hold on. I said it. You the one said I don't believe you. So I just named you. You named the guy. You named it. So how the fuck I do a Google search of what you named? You said NBA YoungBoy. So I said name now Google him and say, has he had problems insuring his concerts? And then you're gonna say, damn, CK do be knowing what the fuck he be talking about.
But have you done that?
Yeah. You can make yourself look foolish trying to make me look bad.
No, I'm not trying to make you look bad, bro. I'm just trying to make you understand that sometimes you have to have proof of what you're saying. And I'm asking.
Right, and I'm telling you basing your analogy on Ghetto Boys 93. I'm saying get caught up to current and see the problems niggas having now when they make concerts. I'm giving you the game. You just want to challenge it. But
I'm not challenging it, bro. And
I'm an intellect just like you, bro. I don't get mad. I just got facts.
No, you don't have any facts. You just
just do it. What we can prove, what we're saying is wrong.
Wait a minute.
You can Google it. You don't want to Google it to get proved wrong.
Wait a minute. I asked you, did you Google it, and what was your answer?
I said no immediately.
So what the hell? So how do you know what Google is going to say if you haven't done it already?
No, I said I'm just saying in my opinion.
Now we talking opinion versus fact.
Listen.
You just said it was a fact. You just said it was a fact.
Listen, the facts. See, you cutting me off. I said facts is what I'm talking about. But I said, in my opinion, if you search Google, they will tell you that I don't know nothing about NBA YoungBoy. But I would assume, based on my experience, that he's having problems getting himself covered doing concerts.
See, that's oil and water.
His insurance costs are high.
That's oil and water, CK. You can't assume and add facts.
But you just assumed. That's what I'm saying. You just assumed. You said, I assume you don't know what he's talking about.
No, I'm not assuming you don't know what you're talking about. I know you don't know what you're talking about.
Right, like I know you don't know what you're talking about. Son.
Okay, so
that's
tell me.
Okay. You act like you could trump somebody. We both human. We both got opinions.
I don't have an opinion. I don't have an opinion on this matter. I have facts on this matter. You're talking to someone that does bonding. Do you understand what bonding is? Bonding.
So you're telling me his insurance costs will not be no higher than any other artist because of who he is and his the music he makes.
It's not.
That's what you're saying.
I'm telling you that it's not. There are things that play a factor in the cost of you getting insurance for a venue, but who the artist is that doesn't play the factor. It's the size of the venue. It's the type. If the place serves alcohol. If it has violations and there's a lot of factors in. They don't ask you shit like, okay, and I only use Ghetto Boys to give you an idea of how Ghetto Boys back in the day used to be that group that would tear up the hotel room. They would have a lot of fights at their concerts. I was just using that as somewhat of a parallel.
Like NBA YoungBoy.
That's what I'm saying. Damn, that's exact my point. It sounds I use someone that I was familiar with that meets today's times.
So if you not been in the game and you ain't did concerts in years, what make you think it ain't changed now when a nigga telling you that's in the game? Yes, the insurance premiums is making it where niggas cannot get venues because the insurance is too high.
Okay.
I'm giving you the game, but you taking it like, oh, that can't be true. How the fuck? Why not?
Okay, you ready?
I'm giving you the game. You just want to speak on something you not, like you said, you're not even in it. That's the shit. You trying to speak on shit you're not even in. You can't say I was in it. What about now?
Okay, CK.
I'm giving you the Ghetto Boys of the day.
You ready, bro? You ready?
Yes, sir.
Because I don't throw concerts today does not mean I don't know the game. It doesn't mean that I don't know what the premiums are. I went from throwing concerts to insuring concerts. So what makes you think I don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and I'm saying, I'm just, hey, listen, it's just conversation, brother.
No, it's not. You sitting here getting all hyped.
No, it's just a conversation. You know it's the homicides are higher at hip-hop concerts. The insurance, I'm just, hey, you can check it out. All I'm saying is you could just look it up. And then if you look it up and see, and the NBA YoungBoy have had problems getting insurance to cover this spot.
I seen it in Chicago. He was having his problems then.
Here's what happened.
He just did a concert in Chicago about 6 months ago, and they was trying to find a location. He was having problem covering the insurance. I'm just giving you facts.
No, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm saying he wasn't having problems. That was the excuse they were giving you. Because if you have an event, if you have an event center and it's already there, they already have a set control premium of they pay insurance already, regardless of who the artist is. It's the venue owner who has to step up and say, hey, you know what? Either I'm going to get an extended rider on, like I want to add a rider, which will up my insurance or something like that. They can do that. But the venue already has entertainment insurance. They're already bonded for entertainment because if it has alcohol, it's already in there what they have budgeted for. Okay, it's the venue's owner who tells you, nah, I'm not bringing whatever group it is that has a reputation of tearing shit up. It's that venue owner. I tell you what, let me give you a perfect example. What's the name of the place? Riverfront Live. They will never have another rap group in there. Those are white people that own that place. They've been having they've been having concerts there for 15 years with no issues based on what they said. Okay? But now when they open the doors, the owner decides to let a rap group come in there, and that happens. 9 people get shot. People getting knocked out even before the shooting. Now he has total he's never going to let another rap group. He ain't dealing with nobody that look like you and I, never ever again, unless they're a rock group maybe. He has that discretion to do that. He can say, I am not allowing rap music in here. I am not allowing certain element into his club anymore because of his past experience. How do you think, I mean, his insurance didn't cost any more this weekend than it did last weekend. It's the same premium. How do I know that, CK? Not because I'm not booking acts anymore. It's because, damn it, I'm the person that they call for the riders for bonding events.
And I'm the person that you call you the person that I call, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
To get a clarification.
Exactly. So now why am I lying to you and why am I
No, you're not lying. No, listen, sir. I don't know. Remember, I'm the one that's gonna give you props when I'm wrong. I gotta find.
No, bro, you just insulted me.
You telling me that?
No, don't switch up now.
You telling me this is what
don't switch up now. You was going in on me.
I'm saying,
because you were saying
with admitting when you're wrong.
Okay,
that's
I'm not.
You can't just hold on to the shit forever.
No,
you're right.
Bro. Don't do that, bro. You ain't talking to someone. I'm not that easy. All right.
Hold on. No, I'm saying, hold on. Listen.
Okay.
I'm thinking. You got to understand, you proved it when you said the place, the owner, they don't want them there for specific reasons. That's when you proved your point. That's when I was like,
so all the other stuff that I was saying wasn't making any sense.
No, everything was making, I'm saying, I didn't understand. I'm saying, that's when it clicked for me. I'm just saying, you're not like me. If somebody do prove you wrong, you're not going to be like, oh, I was wrong. You're going to keep on arguing. If I get proved wrong, I'm going to be like, you know what? That's what being a man is about. You can't win them all, right? That's what I'm saying. What's wrong with, okay,
we had here's the problem.
You was right.
Here's
you was
the
right, Wyatt.
Okay.
This is your show.
Well,
you're the smart one.
Okay, I appreciate all that. But all I'm saying to you is when we're having a dialect, when we're having
that's great living. I appreciate your show, man.
I just want to tell you, and I appreciate you more than you know.
Okay.
But I got to tell you something. I got to tell you something that might help you in other conversations, not just with me.
Yes,
you can't insult people because they don't agree with you. And then you blame them, or you
insult me every day. Why do you not?
How do I
overlook when you insult
bro?
me?
Don't you want to
can't just feel your blows and not feel the blows you punch. This is foreign, sir. We're gonna get punched, but hey, it's no hard feelings. But you do throw blows. You knocked me down a few times before.
I know, because I mean, truth bombs, and they blows, they hurt.
No, it doesn't hurt. It makes me more. Listen,
no, it don't. It hurt, bro.
Right.
It hurt. Everybody can tell you that it hurt. They hear it in your voice when you getting hit with shit, and you start going off. You know what happens, bro? You know I spar.
Like
you know I
smart,
wait a minute, hold on.
It's
let me
lessons.
just
I'm
say
learning
this.
lessons from Wyatt.
Let me say this to you, bro. As a boxer, like I'm not a professional boxer, but I still spar and I still go in the gym and I work out. One thing about boxing, it's equivalent of what we talking about. One thing about boxing is when somebody hurt you with a punch, you know what you try to do? You try to hit them with that same punch, and you try to hit them in the same spot that hurt you, and you try to hit them harder than they hit you. And that's the same thing in conversation sometimes. But the difference is
look how much your wisdom has increased Black people's bank accounts. That's where it matters. You see what I'm saying? So if they get the knowledge from a wise man, you got to think you get knowledge that was passed to you and you passing it on. This is a positive show. This ain't no show where they be talking about riffraff stuff. So you get knowledge, you get analytics here. So I'm here about, this about bettering yourself. It ain't about that hippity hop. You know what I'm saying? So I respect everything about your craft and your education.
It's just this. It's this though, CK. I think you kind of thought I was trying to go in on you, and then
no.
Listen, let me.
I just did it for the internet, man. I just did it for the internet, man. I got love for your whole family. I would never insult you, man.
I'm not saying you insulted me, bro. I'm not saying you insulted me.
I just did it for the internet, man.
All right, bro. Wyatt, anything else, man?
What else you got? I got love for your people, man.
I know.
I would never disrespect you, sir.
I know, bro. It ain't about that. I just think that I
would never disrespect you, man.
Stop, CK. Stop playing, bro. You play too much. But anyway, anything else you got, bro?
Hey, man, love. That's all I got. Thank you, man. Hey, I ain't going to work today, man. Thank you. You're gonna make me proud. I'm gonna stay home.
Oh, I got a question to ask you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How is your New Year's resolution going with your money? That you know how we started you off with the money going up. Did you? How you doing on that?
What is it? March 3rd. I'm currently up to 23.
I know you lying. You didn't even get the date right. I know you lying. You didn't even get the date right.
What is the date?
I'm just playing. Today is the 2nd. I know you lying. Man, all right.
I like it. See, you would be a good detective. He's lying about everything. You ain't get the date right. You ain't got no money. Listen, like I said, if you old, I'm 50 years old. So if I'm older than how much I got in the account, you're broke. That's my strategy in life. I'm going to leave you with that. $50. And I only got $24 in the account. But I'm about to eat. Yes, sir.
Well, that money gone in today's world. $24 in
Come
the bank.
On, man, but I'm still happy though. Health is wealth, baby. Health is wealth.
All right, brother. Hey, I appreciate you. I really appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Talk to you soon. All right, brother. Now, y'all know CK was going in on me. He thought I was giving him an opinion. And Lord knows when I said Ghetto Boys, who is like 40 years in the game, right? And they're not even around anymore. Half the group is dead. The other half is doing podcasts. And I'm like, I only use Ghetto Boys as as kind of like an example. Anybody that can go back to old hip hop days, do y'all remember the Ghetto Boys? Obviously, Scarface, Willie D, and the little dude, right? I can't remember his name, but somebody put it in. Anyway, the Ghetto Boys had a reputation of tearing up places when they went out of town. The hotels, they fought on stage. Willie D would jump out in the crowd and have a fight with somebody in the audience. Scarface was the type of person that would, he was chill because Brad is his name. He was like the leader of the group. He wrote everything. He was the business mind of the group. He was the smart guy. He didn't get in a lot of stuff. But Bushwick Bill, I think his name was, the little short one, was a little bitty devil. Like he did shit. He would cut up the carpets there it is, Deanna. Bushwick Bill. He would cut carpets up. He just did a lot. He did a lot of stuff that was like rock and roll. You know what I mean? He just did too much. But anyway, that all being said, I only used the Ghetto Boys in my analogy because I wanted to compare them with somebody like today. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I don't know hip hop guys today, so I couldn't use a name off the top. And I guessed on the name that I threw. I don't even remember the name. YSB, whatever, Young Boy. Shit, you can't go wrong if you're trying to guess a name of a rapper today. Everybody, little something, Lil Yacht, Lil Bill, Lil this, Lil that, Lil Janky, Lil Stanky, Lil this, Love that. So I just took a stab at something that came to my mind, and I got lucky. And it happened to be the #1 rapper in the world. But all I'm saying is, you were wrong. Okay? You were wrong. The venue has the discretion to say, yeah, we'll let you bring in such and such. If you go down to the Duke Energy Center, which is now called, I believe, First National or something, I don't remember what they called, if you were to go down there and tell them what you're trying to bring, it's not going to cost them any more money insurance wise. It may cost them a little bit more money once they find out what artists you're trying to bring, because now they're going to up their security. Now they're going to up certain things. They're going to make sure that they have such. If they say, okay, you're going to bring in 1,500 people, then they want to make sure they can accommodate 1,500 people when it comes to parking, when it comes down to exits. They want to make sure the room is big enough. If they say, nah, you can't bring young fly or whatever, young somebody, young trouble, let's call it that, just for argument's sake. You can't bring young trouble, because if you bring little trouble, nah, we just reconstructed our whole venue here. We just put $40 million. Let me give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about. A real story, not no made up shit. And if you don't believe it, Google it. See, I know facts that are Googleable. All right. Now, I did a show in Cincinnati, Ohio, at Cincinnati Music Hall. I did a boxing show, a professional boxing event 4 years ago at Cincinnati Music Hall. It didn't cost me any more money to do it at Cincinnati Music Hall than it would have cost me to do it at Heritage Bank Arena. But now, discretionally, Music Hall had more questions, because Music Hall had this thing of, we just put $40 million. We just renovated Music Hall and put $40 million into the event center. We don't want no bullshit coming in here, Wyatt. We really don't. How are you going to bring the ring in? How is it going to be on our, not concrete floors, but how is it going to go on our wooden floors? There are different things that raise the price. It's not necessarily what the artists or what it is, but they do have that discretion to be able to say, nah, we don't want to do boxing. It's a little bit too violent at our venue, and they're going to be serving alcohol, and that's not a good thing. It's not costing them more money insurance-wise. They've already paid the insurance. They have event insurance. They're bonded for the event. Doesn't matter who's coming. That's what I was trying to tell CK. And those are the type of policies that we write. We do riders and things of that nature that may supersede an insurance policy. And a lot of Black folks aren't in bonding. That's why I got into it, because I was like, well, wait a minute. There's not a lot of people that do this type of performance bonds. You understand? There's not a lot of Black folks in this country that do it. I'm one of the very few companies, and I've been very fortunate to be able to stick with it for over 20 years now. So when you come on the air and you tell me I don't know what I'm talking about, it's not offensive. It's just ridiculous, because now you're telling me I need to go Google something that you haven't even Googled yet. So how the hell you know, and you ain't even Googled it and found out if it's true or not, but yet you're going to argue me down? Okay. All right, bro. I appreciate you too. My company, if this is not a flex, I just want to let you guys know, thanks to Cincinnati, Ohio, I did the number 99th boxing event in Cincinnati Music Hall. And you got to look at the big people who boxed in that building before, all the way back to Ezra Charles. That was monumental to me. My name, the company, will always be in the record books of, or in the archives of an event that happened at Music Hall. That was, I'm proud of that. I don't have any other way to say it. I'm proud of that. All right. But now you have some people that want to come in and argue and tell you that, you know, I ain't on that shit. Now we can talk about the 9 shots. Excuse me, guys. I got an issue going on here with my little piece here. Darren said, yeah, but you choose Eminem over Dr. Umar. Your opinion on hip hop has been suspect. When did I choose Eminem over Dr. Umar? See, another ridiculous statement. How did I choose Dr. Umar over Eminem? They're in 2 different fields. Eminem, I remember having a conversation about Eminem. He is the #1 selling artist of hip hop. Now, you might be mad because he's white. You might be mad because he's white or whatever, but that don't take away from the fact that he sold more albums than anybody in hip hop. Now, if that makes you mad, then go buy some more fucking albums of somebody black. But the simple fact that the man sold more albums than anybody, I don't understand why, you know, okay, I ain't the happiest guy in the world about it either. But I can't say that he ain't if he's selling more albums than everybody, then that makes him relevant in hip hop. Now, if you say you chose Eminem over Nas, that's foolish. You could never say that. But to say I chose Eminem over Dr. Umar, anybody that chooses Dr. Umar, I'm going to say it live here on the air. Anybody that chooses Dr. Umar and you serious about some shit, I can't be serious with you. I can't be serious with you. Now, I'm not suggesting, I came on the air and defended Dr. Umar Johnson right here on my show. I've had him on this show, on this platform. I told you that Dr. Umar Johnson, let me read this first, then I'm going to go to the phone lines. I'm going to crush this point real fast, and then I'm going to go to the phone lines. Dr. Umar said calling Eminem a GOAT is white supremacy. You disrespectfully suggested Dr. Umar had no right to say that. He don't. It's not white supremacy that a white boy sold more albums than anybody in hip hop. That's not what does white supremacy come into any of that? That sound crazy. That sound crazy as hell. It's white supremacy that Eminem sold more albums. That's what makes you the GOAT of something. Floyd Mayweather is considered to be the GOAT of boxing because he never lost a fight. He went 50-0. He made more money than anybody in the sport. Nobody could beat him. That makes you the greatest. Box office is what make you. It's not the verses that make you the best. It's the money that make you the best. Check it. It's how you change the industry. Nas hasn't said a verse. Now, y'all got to understand how serious I am about Nas. Nas is a flamethrower. Show me an MC that's harder than. I can show you 1 or 2 that's just as skilled as Nas. But show me an MC better than Nas. You ain't going to find it. But he's never said anything to change the hip hop. Never. If Nas come to Cincinnati, or if he go to Miami, Florida, or if he go to San Diego, who you think gonna have the bigger crowd? Nas or Eminem? Now, honestly, who has the hottest verses? Who has the more skilled? Who's skilled in verses? Nas a killing, right? But that don't make him the GOAT because that's not what's moving the industry. See, people got to understand it's economics that make you the GOAT. It's not your verse. It's not how hard your right hand is. It's not even skills all the time. It's how much money you bring into the industry. That's what makes you the greatest. That's what make you the greatest at anything in America. Vernon says, I like Eminem. I have a few of his songs on my workout playlist, but no one should trust my judgment on hip hop. Well, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I mean, I got a couple Eminem songs as well, but when it comes down to verses, bro, Nas and I even say Jay. Eminem can't mess with Jay. But when it comes to the GOAT shit, you better go Google, do a CK. Google album sales. And then Google tour dates. How much money does a person generate on a tour? That's what makes you the greatest of all time. Let me go to this phone line real fast. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with? Uh-oh, hold on one second, caller. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with?
It's Twin, man.
Hey, Twin, how you doing today, brother?
I'm blessed. I can't call it clear. What's up with you, fam?
I'm chilling, man. I'm getting through the day. I'm running on short on time, but what's happening with you, bro? What's new?
You always running on short when I'm in the press. There's always something. Excuse. You go stop that. 2026, you still making excuse. But that's good, though. That's good. I'm here just politicking for a minute. Hey, Wyatt. Hey, your boy ever go get back in the ring this year, or Lil Tank?
Ooh, I can't speak on that because I don't really know. You saying, is he going to get in the ring this year? It's still early this year. I'm not sure. There's some things going on.
Go get back in the ring. I didn't know since he got that, situation over his head and everything.
There's some things going on that may play out this year or whatever. I'm not quite sure,
Yeah, that was one if he was going to get back in the ring. What up? Why, this is sad, man. Excuse me. I was looking at the list and stuff that they aiming at to shut down in Cincinnati, these local bars or whatever, where black folks attend all the time. You know why? Back in the day, and it still do happen, you pay that security fee to have that pipe in there, your gun in there, or whatever. You pay that security fee. They want you, pet you down, all that and everything, but why? I don't even go out really. If I do, it'd be grown folks like 40 and up. I don't do the NBA YoungBoy, none of them concerts. Because I know what's coming behind it, Wyatt. And CK, he says more homicide at concerts than in other places. No, it's not. Killings and homicide is local, man. At these local clubs and all that. It's not really happening at big venues like, Paul Brown Stadium or something like that. Heritage Bank Arena or something like that. So he was wrong about that.
Okay.
They happen at these local. If you look at it in whether it's Cincinnati or anywhere, if you look at the stats on it, it would say that, hey, all these shooting and killings coming from these local bars inside those local cities.
Oh, okay.
So he was wrong about that one.
What did he say? What did he say?
He said more homicides is happening at the concerts. And I said, no, it's not. That's not true. That was my response. I say most of these homicides is happening at these local clubs.
I don't know
where these people doing venues and artists and everything.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
It's
true. If you look at it, if you look at it wise, statistics wise, ain't no really homicides or shooting really happen at big concerts or whatever. They happen in local.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Yeah, you get what I'm saying or not?
I do. In other words, at the jazz festival, knock on wood, you're saying there's no homicides down at the jazz festival, even though that's a different age group. I think I understand, but a venue like Paul Brown Stadium type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Or like when they had the comedy club, the comedy show at the Heritage Bank thing.
Of course.
Okay,
of course.
I see what you're saying, but I don't know if it's necessarily at the local like bar things that's happening to shows. I don't know if they're leading the way with homicides. I think it's happening in the communities.
Yeah, that's true too. Because everything we touch is toxic, man. These young YNs out here, man, they crashing the party, man. They making it bad, they're making the block hot for their stupidity and what they it's some knucklehead like they take them Xanax, XC pills, and everything else, sipping on some scissor, and they want to act Macho Man Debo type status, set it off in this mud, you know? That's how they act. They don't care, man. They mentality, I don't care. We about to turn up.
Yeah, no,
I've seen a video Wyatt that boy was stone cold. You see that, man? I just seen it in a Wyatt Live crew. That boy was stone cold knocked out, man. And dude talking about take his shoes.
Yeah. I
said, what? Take his shoes? The man knocked out. Take his shoes. What type of man? It's so messed up. And guess what? Like you said, I'm 100 on this one behind you, Wyatt. That man ain't probably gonna never throw to the club up again. He go his next video gonna be he's on down the road. Let's get him, boys. Let's get drunk. That's his thing. He inviting them white boys up in there. That local band or whatever. Head banging mute. He ain't about to invite no more Negroes in there, man.
Well, I mean, you know.
There's gonna be a pause on it because I looked at it they after 20 bars. And most of them bars that they after, we in there. Not me, but them. The other black folks up in there, and YNs up in there, man. And it's sad, man. And then let me tell you this, Wyatt. All these people and stuff, all this killing that's going on, and you know they giving you Israel, Iraq, and ICE and all that immigrant. But you better take a picture, a look at home, man, first.
Oh, really?
Because right now, you looking out there, when they over here on your backside, you better take a picture of what's going on, what's really about to hit America, man. This ain't nothing. Wait till this summer, though. You better be strapped and loaded and have God on your side. Because it's about to get ugly, Wyatt. It's about to get ugly out here. They not telling you, let that man cook over there. That President Trump, let him cook. Because he's for them over there, man. It's about money for them. It's about power and money and control. They celebrating over there in Iraq and over here. Thank you, President Trump. That leader gone now. He dead. But I believe it's going to be another president on the way going to be dead, man. It's about money and control, man. We ain't got nothing to do with it. And look at it this way. I hope the government do send me a check and stuff, because you know why? They can't trace it. Why? Because ain't nobody in the feds and stuff to control the database now. Ain't nobody strong enough. He got people that don't even know how to push the go, stop, go here, and red light, green light button. So, yeah, expect the unexpected check from the government and don't say nothing, report it. That's how I look at it. But, man, we got to pay attention to home, man. Let them Israel and Iran and all them, let them fight. But right now, we got something to do with these youngins, man. It's getting crazy, Wyatt. It ain't going to get better till somebody really step up. And I think it's the judicial system, the court system that allowed this to happen.
Let me say
something. And the thing that people say, go get your kid, yeah, it's a parent problem too. Monkey see, monkey do. My daddy did it. My mama did it. So I'm a wild out too. And then after that, here come the T-shirt. Well, he was a footballer. She was a good cheerleader, a hairdresser. No, but little Bo Quisha and little Ricky out there and stuff crashing out. But now they good now when they in that casket looking and all, not looking and stuff. You looking down on them. Come on, man, face reality. We talking about these votes and all that, man. Hell with them votes and all that. Man, you better face reality, man, what's about to hit America. Because America really got to fall down. It's going to fall down. We too gangster. We strong-arm things. We ain't got nothing to do. We try to take power of other people, man. Going there like Mike Tyson, take it. No. We got to pay for the suffering for what these governments did to us, man. Cause this unnecessary war. All because what? Money, man. It's all about money. They don't care about no damn ICE and all that. Why you think they ain't never arrested ICE? They ain't got to, because there's a war going on. And anytime a war going on, no, we ain't about to arrest nothing. Right now, we checking the bag over here. That's all it is about, man. They keep y'all engaged with them Epstein files for what? You would never get the elites, man. Top authorities, you would never give them what they want. and let's erase the rest of it. They edit the mess out of those files, man. You think I time to, I'm a big timer, even though I'm getting paid for it. I'm not about to go through all these, man, what? No, for what? And everything, you ain't going to jail? No, you ain't going to jail. Ain't nobody going to jail. Come on, man. It's just publicity, son, and soap operas that keep y'all, and we know Negroes go fall for the okie doke. When right now, little Ricky in your backyard stealing your damn drill or something like that. Boquisha up there finessing you. Come on, man. It's a game they playing. But we want to go politics, do this voting all. No, man, I ain't with that. Leave me alone. Let me be, man. So it is what it is. Man, I had to get it out my chest, Wyatt.
I just want to ask you a couple questions about what you're talking about.
Go ahead, Wyatt.
Because here's the thing. We heard you. I heard you. And people are, some, to be honest with you, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Okay, I'm going to say what I'm reading.
It's your host.
Well, no, hear me out.
I mean, your show.
Some people are saying, listen to his dumb ass. Listen to this dumb shit. And,
okay.
What the fuck is going on?
Okay.
Okay, hold on. And I'll let you say what you got to say because I like to hear when people, you may not put it in the rhythm that people really want to hear it, but I hear you. I hear what you're saying. But my question to you said like voting and all that a few times. Here's my question to you. Do you think that voting is important? Yes or no?
Hell to the no.
You don't?
Hell
really?
to the no.
You don't?
Hell no, it ain't important.
Okay.
For what?
Okay.
The Bilderberg group controls the money and what's going on with the president and all that.
Okay, so
they come back and tell you jump high, jump low. They puppets, man. If voting all this, you're doing this for 60 years. Why is our community still like this?
Okay, can I answer that particular
question? Go ahead, Wyatt.
The community is the way it is because of the way they vote.
Okay, if you're doing all that you vote, and your best interest is the Democrats.
But wait, twin. That's showing you the relevance and the significance of voting. You just asked an important question. How does community stay the same? Haven't those communities had leadership that you voted for?
Of course, that was your interest.
If you voted that way and nothing ever changes, it's not because voting is not right. It's because you're not voting the right way.
Why?
If you vote, wait a minute. If you vote a different way, you may get a different outcome. Does that not resonate with you?
Somewhat, somehow, whatever. But if you look at it, Wyatt, okay, this person did this many years and we still ain't got none of it. So you bring the person that you really like and got their interest in, I'm gonna get that person, they come in. It's not changing nothing, man. It's still the same. Why is it? I've been listening to the radio station, different people on different podcasts and the communities and all that. I'm saying, if you voted for that person and all y'all Democrats, you got a Democrat mayor or governor that's been running this for 20, 30, 40 years, why is it still the same? And you still up at this city hall meeting asking for this, asking for that?
Because of the way that they're voting.
And, man, I don't care.
Have they ever, wait a minute. Let's, I gotta break it down to you.
Break it down to me. Let me enlighten my man about it.
If I keep, let's divert the conversation. We're gonna stay on a pattern, but I just want to use something else as an example. Can I?
Yeah.
Let's use women, twin. Just you and I talking, bro. If you and I are in a conversation, and I tell you, because I used this example earlier. Pardon me, I got my retainer in, so it's a little rough today. But if you and I are out in the world dating different women and I keep coming to you and you my best friend and I say, twin, I can't find one, bro. I keep going to the same little night spot. I keep finding the same type of chick. I keep doing this. I keep doing the same thing. Basically, I'm just giving you a pattern of how I'm doing the same thing over and over and over again. Are you going to turn around and say, well, wouldn't you turn around and say to me, try something different, bro? Stop looking for girls that go to bars. Why don't you go try to find a woman that you can find at an entertainment complex, or find a woman that's a little bit different instead of hanging out at bars and hanging out in clubs. Find a woman in a different environment. Find somebody with a different way of thinking, and you may not run into those type of problems. Wouldn't you eventually say that to me if we boys And I keep complaining about I can't find the right people. And every time I go out and every time I date a woman, she end up being the exact same as the last one. And nothing is ever changed.
If I give you, if I look at it like this, I'm not going to stop.
Or are you going to just tell me?
No.
Wait a minute, hold on. Or are you just going to tell me, damn, Wyatt, yeah, man, you should just stop fucking with women. They ain't shit. You just can't find a girl because exactly.
Every man,
every
man need a woman,
and everybody needs. Everybody needs, unless you are a leader yourself, everybody needs good leadership in their city, state, wherever it is. But if you can't, your local city, that politic is more important than the national politic. Because that
I already know that.
Well, then that's where it's important to have the right representation is in your local communities.
But after 4 years and whatever, 2 years, where is it? 2 years now as a city council, whatever, here in Cincinnati. But after that, and all that, you back in square one.
Okay,
though. Why? That's how I'm look at it.
Let me ask you a basic question. Let me ask you a really basic question. Do you think that every city in the country is just like Cincinnati when it comes down to governing their people?
Of course they is.
What? So they doing the same shit in Mason, Ohio. They doing the same shit in Westchester.
I won't say it because I seen Hyde Park.
Wait a minute.
Hyde Park stood up.
They doing the same exactly. You see, but Hyde Park that's in the city limits. Okay.
I'm saying when they wanted something done, what was it, last year? And they say, no, we ain't having that.
But that's exactly my point. When those folks was saying, "No, we not
doing." So okay, my point is this: when people like us, black folks, go there, been crying for years and all that, why we can't get our answer?
Because they keep selecting the same person, looking for a difference.
And that's what I was saying in the beginning. Why should I keep on voting for all these crazy people who ain't got my interest?
But that's not what that's
being
not
transparent
quite,
to me.
Not
Why should I keep going there?
That's not quite what
it's a waste of time, man. It's a waste of time.
Or I don't know if you are CK. I don't know. I don't
care what you think, man. It's coming from me. I don't have no interest going on voting, man. They not go do right, man. They've been doing, if you doing this, if I'm seeing this same old playbook for the last 20, 30 years, man, and ain't nothing changed, I'm out. That's how I look at it. It's the same old playbook, Wyatt, if you look at it.
Well,
same old thing, man.
I agree with that.
They give you a damn garden and stuff when I ask for a whole building.
Wait a minute, hold on. I agree with that. If the change that I'm looking for is not happening, just look at it, Wyatt. Just like in a relationship with a woman or a significant other for everybody out here. I want to be fair with everyone. If I'm in a relationship with someone and it's not working out, I'm not going to stay in that relationship forever. I'm not going to stay in the relationship forever. I'm not going to
counterfeited logic you giving, man. You ain't even sounding right today, man.
Okay.
Just like you just said a little while ago, if you're at the bar, it's up to you. You like the bar. I'm not going to knock your hustle for going to the bar trying to find somebody. Maybe if you find that woman in that bar, maybe God sent you that'll turn her life around. She's an alcoholic, now she's a damn big-time entrepreneur. I knew I was coming here for a reason. But if you love going to the bar and you find her, I can't knock your hustle for that. But I feel like I'm with you and I'm here every day with you. We kicking in the bar and I got my girl and ain't nobody. Man, hey, Wyatt, we got to change the scene. Hey, man, we got to go. Man, I got to find you somebody. You can't keep coming here, man. Triple D hoes and all this crazy stuff, man.
Twin. I was only using that point to give you. I was just basically trying to.
You taking too long. Just spit it out, man.
You finished?
Just spit it. I'm done, finished, whatever. But I'm coming back for you. I'm not done yet. I'm coming. I'm spinning the block. Watch. Go ahead, man.
Okay. I don't think you understand quite what's going on in this conversation. I think
I understand.
No, I don't. I don't think you do. I think you're using.
Okay, Mr. Excuse. Go ahead.
I think you're using my words as weapons against me when I'm using what I'm saying are examples.
I don't have weapon of mass destruction. No, okay. Never heard of. United States say they did. No, I don't. Go ahead though.
What else you got, bro? We turning into some type of No, man,
that's you. I understand you clearly. Stop it, Wyatt. Don't throw my Smitty off like that. Don't do that.
Shit like this.
I understand you totally, man.
You're doing some different shit today. I don't really do shit like this. I mean, you and CK.
I understand you, Wyatt. Come on, man. You slow to this. Come on. I understand you.
What I'm saying to you
and what's going on?
You just told me something that I don't agree with. You just said that voting is not important, and I totally disagree with you. You said, now, hold on, let me explain it. Give me 30 seconds on the Wyatt Live show. I'm saying that voting is important. Don't do away with voting because you don't like how when people vote, how it turns out, and you say it's not working. You just need to, like you said, I'm gone. I'm gone. Don't leave the process of voting. Leave the area that you don't agree with. If you don't like how, I'm just going to use, I hate to use an example because you're going to use it against me. If you don't like how Cincinnati is being ran, you have every right in the world to move somewhere else that fits your way of your lifestyle. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like that's the importance of voting, bro. You vote for city council and mayor to be able to fit. It has to be conducive to your lifestyle. You can't say because you don't agree with city council or the mayor that voting don't work. Voting absolutely works because it might not be working for you, but it's working for the people that voted for it. Now, here's what I like to say about that. Some people are tricked. It's not that voting don't work. It's some people are tricked. They think that the people they voting for has their best interest at heart. When you keep saying the same thing over and over and over again happening, and it's happening to the people that voted for the administration or happening to the people that they think they got the best leadership in there, then you have to blame the people that put them people in leadership role, not the politician themselves. They finesse their way in there and they see and the people getting something different. So you can't say that voting don't work. It works perfectly. You just got to say to yourself, well, I'm not in the right area where this style of living is fitting me. It just don't work for me. I don't believe in the policies that these politicians are pushing.
They understand all this.
No, you don't. No, you don't, because you just said voting.
But if you get somebody that they just came off, these new news just came off this council, like the last people that you don't know about, but if you get somebody like Stefan, somebody that you know that's hitting the streets and know everything about Cincinnati and the areas, what's really going on, then what? Then what? That was my interest right there when I voted for him, because I knew what he was doing in his word. Them other people, I don't know nothing about them. Whenever they touch down in the community, whenever you know them, even heard of them, you don't know. So how can I go on there and say, I'm voting for this James dude or Nolan or something? Man, I ain't never seen a day in my life.
That's because
that's why I'm lost at. And that's why would I put just because he's a Democrat? No. Why? We not living on ground on voting time. We living on the likes now.
Let me ask
like
you a
abilities.
No, I agree with that 100%. But now let me ask you a question, Twin. I'm with you on that. Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, player.
What part of the administration, your local government, your local city council, what part don't you like? What do you think could be different?
You know what I don't like?
Sure.
You don't know what I like right now?
What's that?
When all this killing was going on, and whenever y'all had the chance to patrol Cincinnati or whatever, we giving out this to that program, we're giving out allocations for this and all that. But why y'all never funded the police heavy or put security out there strong and people crying about these killings and bar shoot and all that? And then here it come almost election time, midterms or something like that. Every time a midterm election time comes, y'all want to say, hey, we got a 4.5 million program called Save the Kids program. Why you ain't do this before then? You're not being transparent, man. You pump faking, capping all the way. That's why I can't trust you, and that's why I say hell with this vote, because you pump fake the community the whole way, man.
Well,
you can't do that, man.
But
you gotta be 100 all the way through.
Let me ask you a question, Twin. Is there only one way to vote isn't voting an option? Don't you have options?
It's up to you how you want to do.
Right. So if people,
ain't nobody tell you go to that poll and check a Fred.
No.
What I'm saying to you is, if you're looking for different results, shouldn't you look for different leadership?
Of course,
So
I
how
agree with that.
how do you get different leadership? Let me
You
give
said
you
what now?
how do you get different leadership? Let me give you a perfect example. Why did the Cincinnati police, or why did the city manager and the city of Cincinnati get rid of Fiji? Why did they put her on leave, and why do they have her sitting back saying she's not, getting the job done? Why did they
She wasn't being transparent about the situation that was current.
Transparent. You think that's what it is? You think she
Man,
wasn't
she
being
wasn't being honest, man. She tried to railroad the one sister Pettis.
What did she lie
She was
about?
backdooring people.
That's not what they said.
Let them tell you anything, but she was cutthroat, man. People weren't going off what they even the FOPs didn't even like. Police didn't even like. She's the wrong fit for us, man.
Wait a minute.
She's
so
not
that's what you think?
She's not capable of really standing out for us.
Okay, for us meaning who? The city of Cincinnati?
The police, the whole police, Cincinnati police.
Okay,
she's not the right one for us. She's not the right fix.
Okay, so
our interest is not for her, in her.
Okay,
get somebody else.
I want y'all to understand.
She's a woman.
I'm asking.
She got 30 experience.
Hold on, I'm asking questions, and I appreciate you, Twin, answering them. I really do. But I want people to understand that I'm asking you questions because I like to hear how other people, what their interpretation is of what they think is happening. Now, let me ask you this, Twin. Who do you think that the police chief works for?
The police chief works for supposedly the people, but she's under the city manager and the mayor and all the other people. But wait a minute,
were there complaints from the citizens about the police chief of Cincinnati?
No.
So why is she on leave?
Because of the staff, the chief, the administration of the mayor, probably, and the city manager.
So she probably worked for them more so than the people, right? Because I don't think anybody. Well, that's not what you answered. You said the people. Well, but the people didn't complain about her. I didn't hear any complaints about her. I actually had a conversation with her.
It was the employees or whatever, city police and Cincinnati police.
Okay. And, so what I'm saying to you is this: if the people have a problem with who their leaders are putting in certain places,
so it is taking us back to the beginning of our crash out.
What I'm saying,
I see where you get
exactly. What I'm saying to you, bro, is that's the importance of voting for your proper leadership. If you're not happy with what's going on in your city, it's because you have leadership that you don't agree with how your leadership is running your city. See what I'm saying? That's the importance of voting locally. I always said local politics are more important than national. That's just my opinion based on.
That's true.
Well,
that's true.
And some people might disagree with that, and some people may say I'm kind of neutral. But in my opinion,
it's true.
In my opinion, I believe that you're more receptive to bullshit happening to you than locally than you are on a national level. Okay,
right. Instead of people to Congress and all that.
When it comes down to your taxes, when it comes down to how police officers are going to treat you, when it comes down to how people move in the communities, it has a lot to do with how the leadership is addressing those problems. So it's important to have good leadership in those local areas.
But I look at it in my perspective, in my eyes, as I look at it from when I stay on Chicago. And in Cincinnati too. But as I look at it, for the last 20, 30 years, we getting the same results.
Because
they don't care about us. Why?
Wait a minute.
Why Michael Jackson say they don't care about us? Only thing they care about is, hey, come get them vote signature and all that. Why? If you look at it,
Twin, let me say
every man for himself.
Twin, let me say this because I don't want to lose my train of thought of what you just said.
Go ahead,
You just said if something doesn't change for 30 years that they don't care about you. I just told you that the only way that you can show that you care about yourself is how you select your leadership. So if you continuously select the same type of people, if you continuously select the same type of woman and get the same outcome out of those type of women, you can't blame those women for being who they are. You got to sometimes turn it and look at yourself and say, I got to change what I'm doing so I can get a different outcome. You get it?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So stop saying this is what I want you to do. I mean, just you and me, bro. Stop saying that they don't care for you and they don't do anything for you. It's not, you got to stop saying that, because evidently, hold on, evidently, they're doing something for somebody that constantly likes getting the same thing over and over again. It may not be you. Some people have been finessed and fooled in believing somebody has my best interest, and it's that person right there. And then when they don't get their best interest met by policy, then they turn around and say, well, it's better than the opposition. See, I mean, some people are already in a trick bag, bro. They're already in a position where they'll never be happy, because they'll continuously do the same. It's like a dog chasing his tail. They'll continuously do the same thing over and over and over again, looking for a different result. And then they fall for the baby kissers at every 2 years or 4 years when it's time to vote for those same people. They just recycle the same, the same stuff. And they always think that somebody got their best interest at heart, whether it's because they look like you, either they're intimidated and don't want to say something different against what they're looking at, or whatever it may be. But you cannot continuously blame the politician for being who they are if they're in a position to lead, because it's the people who put them there, not them. They just know what to say. Now, do you agree or disagree with that?
I agree a little bit.
So then that's the importance of voting, because it's up to you and others. If you're looking for a change or looking for something to fit your way of living, that's how you should vote. You have to vote in that interest.
Well, that sounds good, but I'm out. I'm not participating in none of it.
So how you ever gonna get a change?
I'm cool, man.
But
I'm cool with all that vote.
How are you?
I got other obstacles to do. I got other things to attend that's more important than a damn vote. I'm cool. And look at this. They saying they was trying to allocate for some people. I don't know. I heard it on 700 earlier, yesterday maybe. Man, they say they try to allocate from people like, I don't know if it's reparation in the city of Cincinnati, try to give black folks or whatever, like 15 communities I heard happened starting from 1920. Did you hear about that?
I haven't read the entire thing because I've been I'll be honest, I've been a little bit busy, but I believe the vice mayor of Cincinnati is doing something that I don't know if it's going to pass or not. Here's the thing. I don't see a problem with it.
Is that all reparation? Why?
That's not.
If I'm not mistaken.
I think reparations don't get reparations food.
Is that all for discrimination of housing type?
No. You got to understand, in order to pay out a reparation, you have to prove a damage. Okay.
No, I'm talking about this allocation that coming from the vice mayor. Right. Was it like discrimination of home ownership, or what was it?
No. I think that when you can prove that some damage has been done, that a reparation. See, you got to understand the word reparation now is associated with black folks. So now it becomes muddy to a lot of people, and that's just not fair. But when black folks in the city of Cincinnati had been discriminated against about buying property and doing certain things, there is a form of reparation that should be there for that. I'm all on board with that, not because I'm black, not because I'm going to be one of them that benefits from it. Not that at all. You have to look at the fact that if you had the same ability to do the things economically that someone else had, you don't know where you would be today. You don't know if your circumstances would be different. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't use the word reparations. I think what happens is sometimes people play on words. Politicians and certain people play on words, and they want it to sound like they down for the people. I think sometimes we can overdo it. I think you can't use certain words because then other people will make it tough and make it almost impossible to achieve. And then it seems like you're doing one thing for one group of people and not doing it for the other, and that'll sink it like a battleship. That's my opinion. But do I believe that reparations, I'm going to use the word, are in order? Absolutely. Y'all have never heard me say anything different on this platform. Now, I think reparations should be a certain kind of way. But in this particular case, there are certain things that have gone through the the black community that tax money probably should be used for to make things right. That's just my opinion. Now, you can call it reparations if you want to or whatever, but I wouldn't use that term. I wouldn't use reparations. I think that's a bad term in my case, you know, the way I see it. I think that there's a way of making things right for us and not calling it reparations. And the reason why I say that is because I don't want to burn a hole.
What do you call it though?
Say it again.
What do you call it though?
Well, you know, reparations
a goodwill check?
No, stop. Look, listen.
I'm saying, what would be your definition? You talking about stop? I'm trying to see what the way they keep saying it. Hey, they ain't had no hesitation when they gave it to them other immigrants and whatever Asian that came over here. They reparation, but what do you call it when black folks praying for?
Listen, man, I'm gonna say this because I think I heard what you just said. I don't know an immigrant that deserves reparations from America. I heard a brother on some talk show, not a talk show, but an award show, say some shit like we are a country of immigrants and it was immigrants that built this country. No, the fuck it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, I heard that too.
It was us. No, fucker, you better go on. Yeah. So that's some bullshit. You see what I'm saying? So that, you know, no, you'll never get me on that. But that being said, there is I think there has been, in order to pay someone a reparation, you have to prove and show damage. So I think that they should be able to do that, but I think that you can do that without using it in the reparations situation. You know, I just don't think that reparations should be the name of it. Hold on, I think I've seen someone that might have some information on it. Hold on.
I'm gonna close with this, Wyatt. Hey, do you think your boy? I don't know. I saw it on the internet, whatever. That he wasn't paid for. Telly Ratty didn't pay Keith Sweat or something like that, vice versa.
Oh my God, I did see that. Matter of fact, I recorded it and I was gonna put it.
So what was it? Did Keith Sweat? I mean, Teddy Ratty didn't pay Keith Sweat for his music or whatever. What was it?
Well,
he apologized on the radio. I was listening a little bit, but I had faded away. Teddy Ratty apologized for, I think, not paying him for his lyrics or beats or his songs or whatever.
Okay, I'll give you the best I can about this situation because I did watch it. I did watch the video of Teddy Riley. He was in an interview. For y'all know, Teddy Riley is my favorite music
That's
producer.
Why I brought it up, because he's your favorite guy.
Teddy Riley is my favorite guy because he invented New Jack Swing. He invented a whole genre for us, and we grew up in the 90s loving Teddy Riley. Man. Hold on, twin, you can mute me. The thing is, Teddy Riley, and one of my favorite albums was Keith Sweat's Make It Last Forever. Y'all remember that? Keith Sweat, Make It Last Forever. My favorite album, definitely of Keith Sweat, but it was one of my favorite albums of the 90s. Make It Last Forever. And Teddy Riley did a lot of that album. Like, he produced and wrote a lot of those songs. Well, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Teddy Riley recently did an interview saying that he has made $0 off of that album. He produced Make It Last Forever. He produced almost every gold single on that album. And he received 0 royalties. He didn't make $1 off of that album.
Yeah.
Okay. And he said that he said that Keith Sweat was like a brother to him. Him and Keith Sweat were brothers. And he was talking about that, come on, you my little brother, and I got you. And this, and he was on that brother shit. And they fleeced him. Basically, he didn't make a dime. If you go back and look at the album sales and the rotation, the BMI and the ASCAP, Teddy Riley is probably owed somewhere in the realms of about $30 million. If you do what they call, I forgot exactly what it's called, but it's if you do, I guess you could call it, if you do a, not necessarily an inventory, but if you do an
audit or a royalty or something.
Yeah, if you do an audit, that label owes him probably close to between $30 and $40 million for doing that album. And he hasn't recouped a dime from it. So that's what Twin is talking about. And I did see that clip. I did see Teddy Riley's interview talking about that. And he said that Keith Sweat He's claiming Keith made a few dollars. You know what I'm saying? But Keith Sweat is telling Teddy Riley, like, man, I didn't make any money either. I didn't make any money either. He said, I make my money on the road. Now, I know how true that is. Keith Sweat is not making a lot of money off of that, them albums that he made, but he's making a living off of being on the road. You see what I'm saying? He makes I mean, he's been able to live off those 2-3 albums since the 90s.
And plus, he make beats too. Why? I mean, he made beats for different artists too. He get paid off that too.
Keith Sweat was a great songwriter.
Yeah.
Keith Sweat wrote the lyrics to.
I didn't realize that I went to his last concert in Cincinnati, and he just started coming out with different songs. From different artists. He said, "I wrote that. That's my stuff."
Yeah.
I said, "Damn, I didn't even know that."
The last time I seen Teddy Riley was at the Jazz Festival up in Cincinnati, Ohio, and he did his solo performance. I think he was there with Blackstreet. He did a solo performance, and all his solo stuff that he performed were songs that he wrote for someone else, like Guy and other artists. You know what I'm saying? So he's one of the greatest producers of all time. Now I'm going to say something that I don't want to take away from Keith Sweat, and it's probably not going to be popular when I say this. I said that Keith Sweat was a great songwriter. I don't know if he's the great songwriter. I think he's good. I think it's very hard to be a marginal or a bad songwriter when you have producers like Teddy Riley. And the proof is this. You're going to get mad at me, twin. I don't think R. Kelly is a good songwriter. I think he's a great.
If you crazy,
hold up, bro. Let me.
You lost your mind.
Probably, but if you let me get it out, you might think differently. I don't think he's a great songwriter. I think he's a great producer. Teddy Riley is a great producer who could probably have a marginal songwriter write songs to great beats. Same thing for R. Kelly. R. Kelly had some hits, but R. Kelly wrote some bullshit. Okay, he wrote bullshit, but he produced great hits. One of his best songs that I hate, y'all can hate me for hating it. I can't stand one of the songs that made him so relevant. And it was the dumbest song in the world. And it was, "You Remind Me of My Jeep." You probably like that shit.
You didn't even listen to the lyrics, did you?
Yes.
So, okay. Did you like Ignition? It's the same thing, man. The remix and all, it's the same thing.
What I'm saying to you is this, bro. It's almost like a bad rapper who doesn't really have. Okay.
Man, you not go downplay my Kelly.
Sorry,
I'm not gonna let you.
I know he
No, you ain't about to clown hard.
No.
Hell with you, nigga. You ain't about to clown hard. No, you stay your Teddy Riley ass over there. No, you're not about to clown do that to my boy like that, man. No, why? Not on the Wyatt Live podcast. No.
I'm sorry, brother. No. I'm sorry, but let me tell you the only person, and I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. The only person that I think that could do a versus against R. Kelly,
cool,
Teddy Riley.
You sick, Mandy.
What?
Man, he got songs. The man got songs in the vault, man. They ain't even been released.
Then you can't use those.
Yeah, he can use them. Man make a song of a flying kite flying around here, man. What is you talking about?
Wait a minute. I think you're getting upset for no reason at all.
I ain't getting upset. You not about to disrespect the art like that, man.
So wait a minute. You think it's a diss that I said that R. Kelly, that Teddy Riley could outdo R. Kelly? You put him
against the verses, man. R. Kelly would murder him, man.
I don't think so.
Man, none of them can't step with R. Kelly, not even Stevie Wonder. So stop it. On verses, you can't. The man wrote for Michael Jackson, Lil, Sunshine, Anderson. Let's go, man. He took Michael Jackson out of jam. He took Ron Isley them out of jam. Come on, stop it, man. You know what I mean? Artists, he got Chris Brown them, B2K. We can go on and on.
Bruh, are you suggesting that Teddy Riley didn't do the same thing?
He did the same thing, but versus the verses, Teddy Riley against R. Kelly will bomber cloud him, man.
What I'm saying
Stop
to you,
it, Wyatt.
what I'm saying to you is, Teddy Riley created an entire genre of music. You can't say the same thing for R. Kelly.
I understand that. I respect the music.
You don't
understand.
You don't understand the art. You don't get it.
Hey, Mr. DJ.
I'm telling you, a person that creates an entire genre and changes the way music is heard and puts it in an entirely different category is somebody that can't be fucked with, bro. What are you talking about?
How many produce an album or Grammys or anything that Teddy Riley have?
I don't know off the top of my head, but if you're looking at single gold albums, Teddy Riley had.
How many platinum R. Kelly have? How many platinum Teddy Riley have?
Okay. How many?
Come on, the list can go on and on.
I don't know off the top of my head, but what I'll tell you is I'm looking at the body of work.
I'm gonna Google.
Okay, you can Google it. But what I'm saying to you is this. Teddy Riley did different things he created a whole different genre of music.
I understand all that.
Okay, a genre that R. Kelly wrote in. Okay, he created that path for R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not saying that R. Kelly ain't tough. What I'm saying, when you start throwing names up in the air of all these artists that R. Kelly wrote for, I could throw those same names up in the air for Teddy Riley. Matter of fact, I can tell you that Teddy Riley is responsible for more productive careers, black careers, than R. Kelly is. How many careers have R. Kelly started? And you
gotta go from, it's a list of people he put out there, man.
Well, he wrote for people that already exist, but how many careers did he uprise and take and they took off? I can give you one right now that you'll be like, damn, I kind of forgot about that. And it was Teddy Riley who did it. It was Teddy Riley that was writing all that hip hop shit back in the day for Dougie Fresh and them. That's Teddy Riley work. That's Teddy. You no, you don't. You don't get it. You don't get it.
I do get it, man. When people was up and they fell back, it was Ron Isley, R. Kelly, who took him out to jail. When they was with Michael Jackson, he took him out to jail.
Listen, bro.
I understand what you're saying, man.
Bro, let me say something to you. The Isley brothers didn't need R. Kelly to be relevant, and they didn't.
How come they didn't? They didn't have no. Between the Sheets was the last album, probably. You ain't heard from him in a while.
Probably.
When he took that Contagious and all that.
Are you serious, bro? That's like saying this.
Man.
Hold on. That's like saying the Callaways wouldn't have been shit if R. Kelly or Teddy Riley wouldn't have done that remix for them. When in fact they put out they did all that body of work before they even knew of a R. Kelly or a Teddy Riley. That's the same equivalent. What you just said is that foolish. If the Callaways would not have did the remix with Teddy Riley or with R. Kelly, they wouldn't have been popular. They wouldn't have been hot. They were hot way before R. Kelly and relevant. Way before R. Kelly and Teddy Riley. They were going to be, they are who they are. But for you to say that R. Kelly made the Isley brothers, that's just flat out foolish.
They were sinking, man. They needed a lifeline.
No.
Then they say, hey, I got a beat for you. I got a song for you. Here it is, Contagious. Michael Jackson, what you want?
All right, I got one question for you and I'm off this. Because if you name this, I'm going to hang up on your ass if you say some crazy shit. Name one R. Kelly song that was better than Between the Sheets by Isley Brothers. Name one that was better.
Name one song that was better on R. Kelly album.
I don't give a damn in his vault. I don't give a damn where you go grab it from.
You probably was crying to it, I believe.
No, don't change up. Name one song. Put it in the screen, somebody. Name one R. Kelly song that was better than the Isley Brothers Between the Sheets song.
You don't like Step in the Name of Love?
Yeah.
Oh, I believe I can fly.
Yeah.
There wasn't no
I love those songs.
status.
I love those songs. But you can't tell me that the Isley Brothers didn't do that song and it was 5-10 years. That song is timeless. It's timeless. That song was gold back then.
We can say that because we grew up on Mom and Daddy them time because it was a beat we still like.
Name
and we
one.
got old souls, so stop it.
Name
you need
one.
to stop it.
Name a song that's better than In Between the Sheets. And I can name 3 or 4 more of Isley Brothers that R. Kelly couldn't touch.
I can't do it because I like the Isley Brothers.
Well,
I can't do it. You weren't on that one.
I know you can't. So
you weren't on that one.
So now you can't say, and that's not taking anything away from R. Kelly. He was a genius at what he did. But what I'm saying to you is Teddy Riley did something way different than what R. Kelly did. You understand what I'm saying? R. Kelly sounds like the Isley Brothers. That's what he came out.
Sound like Donny Hathaway a little bit.
Well, no, I'm not saying his voice. I'm talking about his look. R. Kelly started doing songs that was in between the sheet type sounds and talking to the women like Isley Brothers and them did in the 70s, in the 80s. See what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Teddy Riley didn't have he had things that he sound like too. You know what I'm saying? But who created a genre? Who created a whole nother path of music? Who created a whole nother, who put out more careers? Who put out, that's all I'm saying, bro. And that's not taking any, and here go the crazy thing about both how great these guys were, okay? Neither one of them can read music. That's what's crazy about it all. And I love it. I love people that can that are overachievers. Those guys, to be the GOATs that they are, overcame all the obstacles of what they weren't even supposed to be able to do that stuff because they can't read music.
Right.
Neither one of them. Shit, R. Kelly can't even read, period.
No.
See what I'm saying?
No.
And that's not I'm not being nasty. I'm saying those guys are showing that you can have a handicap, so to speak, no pun intended, and still be able to achieve greatness. So that's all I'm saying. But no, I take R. Kelly. I'm sorry, I take
You said it right. You said it right.
No.
Yeah, you said it right before.
No.
Go ahead and admit, man. I understand.
No. I said it right. All right, bro.
It's been real,
all right,
man.
bro. I appreciate you, man. Thanks, Twin, for calling in. Thanks for engaging with us. That was Twin. It was a long call, but I had fun on that one. I love talking about music. Y'all probably can tell. R. Kelly was something. No doubt about it. I love when he stretched out. How many songs did he have on that In the Closet shit? What, they're like 72 different skits and shit. He wouldn't let that shit die. He turned it into a whole movie. Darnell Hunter said, I just put on that Ignition remix on my phone at work and pumped that shit. Oh, yeah? You're not embarrassed to play R. Kelly? I'm not either. I bought the shit. I'm not, look, I didn't know nothing about his lifestyle. I kind of had some, I had some questions back in the day. R. Kelly hung out at McDonald's a little bit too much, bro, when he was older. When he was 25, 26 years old. And it wasn't nothing, but it's just like in Cincinnati. The dudes that hung out downtown Cincinnati, we all hung out. But when you seen the guy who ain't had no business there, like we 17, 18 years old, we kind of kicking it. And here comes some old motherfucker in a Mustang. And he work at some factory and he pulling 17-year-old girls. That's a problem. See what I'm saying? And R. Kelly at McDonald's doing the same type of shit. Doing the same type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's kind of a slight problem. And everybody knew kind of like how he was because I remember one time, speaking of music hall, like I spoke, I remember one time R. Kelly came to Cincinnati. He went to Cincinnati and did a show at Music Hall. And they parked his bus under the, y'all remember where Channel 48 was, or Channel 64? Channel 64. Was it 64 or 48? 48, I think, Channel 48. 48 across the street from Music Hall. And he parked his bus there. And he was like 2 hours late for the show. And I remember his bus, his tour bus, pulling up, and he had a ton of girls in that bus. And I'm saying to myself, it was a few of me and my friends, and we might have sound like we was on some hating shit, but I don't know. He had a bunch of young girls in the bus, man. You know, back in that day, you don't really, you just think he a player. You think that he cool. You think some different shit. But as I got older, I start thinking about that scene and rerunning it in my head. And I'm like, whoa. Yeah, he talked a lot of girl stuff, and it's normal for him to have a fleet of women around him and stuff like that. But you are old motherfucker, bro, at 25, 26, 27 years old. And them girls was like our age. These was girls like high school girls, and we knew it because these was girls that went to Woodward. You know what I'm saying? These was girls, like, and I ain't gonna even mention no names, but y'all can put some names to it. Some of these girls was in local groups, little local singing groups. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna put nobody out there because I don't, y'all know how it was. We used to do talent shows, and we had a few little connections with people who were security guards or the guys that worked at Music Hall or whatever. And, so we knew a few people just being in the little realms of entertainment in the city. And I'm saying to myself, what such and them, what they, you know what I'm saying? What they doing on that bus? You know what I'm saying? They was young. They were young. Kels was up there, 25, 26 years old. And, and it was no secret, back in Chicago, R. Kelly was messing with the little girls. He hang out at McDonald's, just like them old motherfuckers in Cincinnati that come down and swoop up the little young girls at McDonald's. Same shit. And I'm like, oh, okay. I never said anything because I didn't care. I mean, didn't care, but it just was never an issue. But yeah, I knew that it was something about him that, Now, I can't say I witnessed him do anything wrong to him, but come on, fellas, y'all know what it is. If you're not pulling them for nothing, you're not just pulling them because you can. You pulling them because you have intention. Yeah, it wasn't a good thing, but it's all good. It's all gravy. I ain't tripping. Damon Lynch the fourth is in the building. What's up with you, bro? He said, wings on me. They gotta be. You lost the bet. You owe me them wings, bro. I'm glad to see that you're on the ballot. I'm glad to see you working hard at trying to make a difference. I'm glad to see that. Y'all go support Damon Lynch the fourth if he's your type of candidate. Feel me? If he's your type of guy, go vote for him, because that's how you make the change. Just like I was just telling Twin. It's how you vote that determines how things are going to work for you. Now, Twin, I hear you when you say you don't like to vote. I think you need to look at that a little bit different, bro, and not look at it like voting is working against you. I think you need to say the way other people are voting is going against me. So maybe you should surround yourself around people that have the same, morals and principles that you believe in, and that's how you vote, and y'all go, maybe you need to change your scenery. I'm not going to live in a city that's going to tax me to death and use those tax dollars for things that I don't agree with. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Now, I'm not going to say there's something wrong with voting, nor am I going to say there's something wrong with those people that vote for shit like that. It's just not for me. You're not going to property tax me to death and have me paying for failing schools. I don't believe in that. You're not going to tax me to death and have me paying for things that don't benefit me or my family. I believe that voting should be one of the most selfish acts that we as people should take, because it's the one thing that we benefit from. I mean, like the one thing that can control our environment. You see what I'm saying? Like where we live and what we do. Donna says, Wyatt, he's saying anything to get attention. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Well, here's the thing. Even if Twin is doing that, Donna, let me re-say it. Even if Twin is doing that, Auntie, so what? Because there's people, believe it or not, there's people that they're not playing when they feel that way. There's people who believe that voting don't matter and it plays no relevance in what they're doing, and I have to beg to differ on that. I have to beg to differ on that. I mean, you have people that where is that city? There's a city that is like 99.9% black. I think it's in Mississippi. Everything about it is black owned, black ran, black everything. I bet you everybody in that area votes the identical. They vote to their interest. What's wrong with that? Nothing. I bet you everybody that lives there is totally fine with the outcome of the voting there, how they spend their tax dollars, their assignment. I bet you they all agree with how things, because if they didn't, they wouldn't be there. See, that sounds like a mission to me. I've always said that right here on Wyatt Live. Like, if I could go back, trust me, guys, I haven't been who I am my whole life. None of us have been. Some of us have. I'll take that back. Oh, that's what it was, Darren. It's Randallstown, Maryland. My God, that's gonna match exactly what I was about to say. It's crazy that you put that in there. Thank you, Darren. I don't know. I didn't know what I know today, but if I would have known what I know a lot of us could say this. If I would have known 30 years ago what I know, what I began learning 10 years ago, maybe a little longer than that, I would probably be doing different things with, let's just say a place like Lincoln Heights. I don't know if we know this, but in Lincoln Heights, Ohio, that is such a gold mine. That is such a Black Wall Street waiting to happen. That is such a gold mine. That is such an independent it's a great place. You just have to make it great. And at one point, it used to be all self-sufficient. I remember when Deborah Say, I love Deborah Say. Anybody that remembers Deborah Say, I believe now, I wasn't living in Cincinnati at that time. I don't know about how her mayorship went. I don't know all that. I know that Deborah Say raised me like in the Boys and Girls Club. She was the first coach I've ever had in my life. She was very pivotal in my life as a kid, but she was a really good person. And I know she turned out to be the mayor of Lincoln Heights. And we went to lunch one day, and this was after she was the mayor. We went to lunch one day and she told me, she said, that was the toughest job I ever had in my life, was being the mayor. And I'll keep what she told me why to myself. But I think some of you guys can imagine that a lot of people don't really want change. They don't really want change. Change is difficult. And it's not the change itself that is the hardest. It's making it's the process. It's the things that you have to go through. It's almost like this. And I know y'all probably going to hit me in the head with a hammer for using this analogy, but it's like a person that's been on drugs and they're detoxing. Okay, like going through that detox is very difficult. That's probably the hardest part of getting off drugs. That's what people would tell you. But then I used to hear people say, man, that was the easy part. The physical part was tough. But now I'm a recovering drug addict, is what they say. And the hardest part for me is not to relapse. The hardest part for me is not going back to what I used to do. It was very addictive. It was that's the hardest part. The change I thought was the hardest thing. So you graduate. Once you start learning how to overcome the change and deal with the change and learning how to work through the process, I think that, I think that's the hardest part for some people. But then once you change, you start seeing things differently. You start seeing, and things start, you start seeing things a little bit different, and you understand why things are the way they are. And during the change, you may not get it. You may not understand, and there's going to be so many people without facts, without experience, all talking and in your ear about what's going on in that change. They in your ear because they really don't want change for you. They don't want change for you. They don't want you to be better than you used to be. And they certainly don't want you better than them. So there's a lot to say about people who have a lot to say about change. I pay attention to what you don't want me to change into. I pay attention to people that always criticize change. It was like growing up was one of them things where if you didn't do certain things that the people in your community did, like my friends, ripping and running in the streets and stealing and doing a few other things. If you decide that you don't want to do that anymore, what do you become? You become they criticize you, and you're trying to change your life for the better. See what I'm saying? You're trying to become something different. You're trying to not go to 2020 anymore. You're trying to be a better individual. And you'll have more people in your ear that don't want you to change. They kind of cool with what's going on. Now, I say that to say this. Maybe I shouldn't say this. I'll say it like this so it won't come back on me as being something like, I don't know. I'm just going to say it. I believe there are some people in your community that are leaders that don't want certain change to happen in your community because it'll change how people do things and how they feel and how they decide on things. When you have a shooting in a nightclub and 9 people are shot and you constantly blaming guns, I'm telling you now that that's the craziest way. Now, my opinion, that's the craziest way in the world to look at a problem. When you blame a problem for the problem, that's kind of redundant to me. That doesn't make any sense to me. That's like saying, we have too many drug addicts in the city. Wouldn't it be more, wouldn't you want to research and say, well, why are people doing drugs in my city? See what I'm saying? When you have a lot of shootings in your city, shouldn't you not say, you shouldn't say we have too many guns in the city. We should be saying we have too many people in our city that don't have a problem using guns. And why is that? And then when you start peeling the onion back even further, you have to start saying, Well, what is our school system and what are our school system saying? What are they saying? And then you have to even go further back on the onion peel and say, well, how are the parents raising kids that have no problem raising kids that if they have a gun, they'll use it? I heard somebody, I read a comment, and I don't mean to be nasty. I read a comment when somebody, I think Channel 9 or Channel 5, somebody posted something and they said, the government is allowing guns into the city. Donna, that don't mean, and Donna wasn't the one who said that. I'm just Donna, the last one to say something. Because the government is allowing guns in your city, don't mean that you raised a kid that play with guns. I know some of y'all, every time I use myself as an example, you think it's a flex, but it's not. I don't know anybody like I know myself, so I'll use myself as an example. I raised 2 daughters, my wife and I. You can give my daughter a kilo of cocaine, and she's not going to become a drug addict, nor is she going to become a drug dealer. I didn't raise her that way. Neither one of them. You can give that same daughter, either one of them, a gun, and they're not going to go out in the street and stick their chests out and say, I wish a motherfucker would. I didn't raise them that way. So just because you have everything you need to set a building on fire doesn't mean that you have the mentality to be an arsonist. Just because everything around you is there accessible to you doesn't mean that you have the mentality or the personality to be all that chaos and disruption and the drug dealer and all that. It don't mean that. Just because you have a little girl that was raised in the hood around a bunch of drug dealing boys don't mean that she's into drug dealing boys. It don't mean that. Just because you might be raised in the hood around a bunch of dudes that sell dope don't mean you're going to be a drug dealer. I just think it's easy to say we got a gun problem, because now you got to leave out the people that's responsible, who allow their kids to play with guns, be with people with guns, hang out with motherfuckers toting guns, the whole nine. You have to eliminate that whole situation. You have to eliminate all of it. So I'm a firm believer that when you say things like, when your leaders come in and say somebody shot up, nine people got shot at a concert in a club, and you want to say we got a gun problem, you don't have a gun problem. I keep telling y'all that. If you didn't have one gun in the city of Cincinnati, they would use something different to be who they are. An idiot don't need a gun to do idiotic shit. That same person could have locked the doors, padlocked the doors, put chains on the door, and set the fucking building on fire to get his op. Now we got a fire problem. We got an arsenic problem. No, you got a person who will do some crazy shit problem. That's the problem you really have. Now, you could say, let's get rid of all the guns. So in other words, all these other countries who don't have the same type of gun violence that they have in the United States of America, you suggesting they don't have any crime? You suggesting that they're not using some form of weapon to do what they're doing? The only reason why they have lower crime is not because they have less guns. It's because they have higher penalties. The penalties are more severe. If you don't believe me, try this on for size. Try going to the courthouse sometimes and listen to the people that they let out. I don't mean people that's been sentenced for 5 years and they coming home from doing a bid. I'm talking about pending matters, pending cases. I'm talking about what I seen today. I'm talking about a dude that had a felony. Now, y'all know if you there's a difference. What's his name? Don Lemon need to listen to this because Don Lemon doesn't think that a misdemeanor is a crime. Yeah. Anyway, there is a big difference between a misdemeanor violent domestic violence and a felony domestic violence. Both of them are physical acts, okay? However, one is judged one time. If a person catches a misdemeanor domestic violence, that means this is the first time they've ever been accused of domestic violence. They have never been convicted of a domestic violence. Let's just say that. Say that the case stretches out and he's found guilty. He or she is found guilty. And then 6 months later, and let's just say they got put on probation for 6 months. They're released off their probation for 6 months. Now they starting over and they get caught up in another domestic violence and they've been convicted of it in a lower level court. Now you're facing a felony domestic violence, which means you have a record of being physically abusive to someone. So the first time I can understand someone saying, a judge saying, well, Mr. Wyatt, I'll use myself in this case. Well, Mr. Wyatt, your first time ever getting in trouble and having a domestic violence. Yeah, you be careful out there and you keep your hands to yourself and you do better. You gave me a shot. You gave me 6 months probation. I was convicted. You put me on probation, didn't send me to jail for 6 months or whatever. Now I come back to your court. Matter of fact, before I even was convicted, you let me out on an OR bond. On recognizance, which means I can sign my name and let myself out and I'll control myself while I'm out. Now, the second time or the third time, and now I'm facing a domestic violence again. Now it's a felony. Do you think that someone that's facing a felony charge of domestic violence deserves an OR bond? When the allegations are sitting right in front of the judge and the judge is reading what's in the police report, the allegations against this individual, the woman comes to court and says, I don't want him around me. He's threatening me and my family. Hear me out. She says that to the judge, and the judge turns around and says, well, I'm going to give you an OR, Mr. Such and such, Mr. Wyatt, but I'm going to put a TPO on the bond, which means you just have to stay away from her. Now, I got a convicted history of putting hands on this person. You think it's right? You think it's fair that I get out on an OR bond? You think it's responsible of a judge to allow me to get out when a woman has come to court saying that he's threatening me? He's been threatening me. He's threatening my family. And I fear for my life. I don't know what he's capable of doing. This is not our first time here. You think that person should be out on an OR bond? I just use domestic violence so you would hear me. Because ladies like to play games when it comes down to me making my point sometimes. It's not just domestic violence. It's these same charges of gun charges that y'all say we have too many guns. It's the same thing going on with gun charges. When you let somebody go, and we'll get to this matter later, you're allowing somebody that played with guns back out on the streets. And when it's this weekend and there's a rap concert and the new Jordans come out, that same idiot that played with them guns, he in the building. And you call it a gun problem. I call it a people problem. I call it a judicial system problem. It's the same problem that I asked Chief Fiji about, that ironically has a lot to do with how she's been removed from her job now, that they trying to blame her for not being able to control those things, when in fact that lady knows what the real problem is. That lady know what the real problem is. That's why when I made that comment to her, if you remember, she said, no, I said to her, isn't it the way we vote? And she said, y'all need to get to the polls. Remember when she was walking away from me and I said, isn't it? It's the way we voting, right? She can't answer that question because it would have put her leadership under the bus. I promise you. Go back and watch it. I'll play it one day. Go find it on the show, but I'll play it one day. I'm not going to play it right now. I'll play it after her situation ends. After this little investigation, after this investigation go on, if she was smart and if her lawyer, if her team, and I'm not saying she's dumb or any of that, I would say if her staff was to reach out to me, or if they wanted to go back and go get that video, that would be so appealing to her case. Because it shows the fact that that lady had a muzzle on her. Yeah. That lady couldn't say what she wanted to say. She knew that she was being muzzled. She couldn't say what she really wanted to say. Y'all ever remember me telling y'all that it's funny how politicians, police chiefs, I said this before Thigi got in there, I was saying, isn't it funny how you never hear politicians blaming parents? Isn't it funny how you never hear police chiefs and shit blaming parents? I was like, man, I don't get this. I don't understand why they never say anything about y'all get y'all kids. I understand why now. But like 3 years ago, whew, it was just a straight mystery to me. But the truth of the matter is, she know the truth. She know certain people didn't want no change because certain changes are not difficult to make. The hard thing about change and making changes is now you got to deal with the people that got to go through the change. And that's something that I don't think certain people want to see. Yeah, once you get people off the drug, once you get people understanding and thinking clearly, then the change is not that difficult to actually see nor deal with. It's not that hard to change certain things. The thing is nobody wants to go through the detox. And then there's some people that if change actually happens, they lose their ground. They lose who they are in the community. They lose their relevance. They lose I'll let you finish it. So change, hell no, we can't have no change. It's going to fuck my money up. I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. To me, personally, it's not like a mystery that that type of violence is happening in a city that handles crime the way they handle crime. It doesn't, I mean, there's nothing unique about Cincinnati crime violence. It matches with a lot of cities that's ran the exact same way. The problem that you have is, well, the advantage that you have in Cincinnati is it's not as large as Chicago. You could fit 3 Cincinnatis into Chicago. And if Cincinnati, I guarantee you, if Cincinnati was the same size as Chicago, and I know this might sound like, well, duh. If Cincinnati was the same size as Chicago, based on how it's ran, based on how everything is pretty much the same, it would have the same crime violent numbers as far as murders, homicides, carjackings, it would have the same type of numbers. Now, there's some cities as big as Chicago that don't have them type of numbers. I think what you should look at is, well, what's the difference between that city and this city? They had the same 3 million, 5 million population. Why is it the crime different in this city, but they had the same population numbers? And then you have to start saying to yourself, maybe it's because of how this city is ran. That only makes sense to me, but that's just common sense, but it ain't that common anymore. Tierra Powell says, statistically, at the end of 2025, Cincinnati had more shootings than Chicago per capita. I can believe that. That ain't a brag. That certainly is not a flex. But I think I know what you're saying, Tierra Powell. I mean, that's not a good thing. Here's what I would challenge you. I know the answer to this, but I challenge you to look it up for yourself, because if I start saying too much, I like my show. I like doing what I do. I like to say what I say. But at a certain point, certain things are just not meant to say. But I can lead the horse to water. If the horse decides to drink it, that's on the horse. How much do you want to bet? I'm going to say this. Mark it down. Today is March the 2nd, 2026. Mark it down. Wyatt said this on March the 2nd, 2026 at 3:52 p.m. When they catch the shooter from the River Live, River, whatever it is, Riverfront Live, when they catch the shooter, he's going to be out. He's out on the street right now, already with gun pending charges. He has, I ain't talking about a background. Oh, he came home from the joint Tuesday. I ain't talking about that. I'm telling you that he got pending cases. And you're going to say, well, what was he doing out on the street? This ain't the first time you would have been saying that. Who want to make that bet? Anybody want to put some wings? Y'all know Damon Lynch IV already owed me some wings because he didn't know no better than to bet me on my own show. Anybody want to put some wings on that? And if I lose, if I get 10 people that want to take that bet, if I lose, let's just have a Wyatt Live at the wing place, not Wingstop. I don't do Wingstop. But the wings will be on me. If I'm not accurate, then I'll buy wings for the entire show. I ain't saying we'll do a show there. I'm saying we'll meet up. I'll pay my debt off to everybody that comes, and it'll be a Wyatt Live lunch, dinner, whatever, at the wing place. And I'll pay for the wings for everybody. Lewis Johnson, I ain't taking your bet. You don't pay bets. That's CK. I'm just playing, bro. You know, you can't say anything to CK. You got to be careful. I need some reputable people. Preston, go away. CK, go away. Twin, go away. Because y'all ain't going to pay the bet. I'll be starving waiting for y'all to pay off this bet. Because I already know. So what y'all are betting, you're betting me that the person that shot up the show, shot up the little concert over the weekend, you don't think that they already have pending charges. You're going to put your money, you're going to put your wing money on the fact, I ain't even going to go to the extreme to say that this is like an innocent citizen who happened to have a rough night that night. You don't think that was somebody You don't think that was somebody that had some shit going on out here already? Preston, I was playing, bro. He said, wow, you don't even know me. I was just kidding. I was just kidding, bro. Lamont said, what about a drink too? I'm sticking to my Mayo water. Had a great weekend this weekend with my daughter took an exam. And it was they have one exam left in this semester, and she did really well on it, and she didn't think she was going to do well. And after she took the test, she came home. She flew home, and she said the drive to the airport was crazy because she was just thinking how did I do on this test? She said the flight home, she was thinking the whole time, how did she do on the test? She got home. Wait a minute, hold on. Justin Sharp said, I bet he doesn't have pending gun charges, and if I lose, I gotta be Wednesday on $1 wing night. It's gotta be Wednesday. Is that dollar wing night? Okay. I know you ain't gonna take that bet, Justin. There it is. Catherine said it. She said, no bet. Just because the way they did it, probably got a body too. Anybody that'll shoot up a place that got 600 people in it, hit 9 people, have total disregard for life, probably has pending matters. 20 years of experience in being in this circle, and I'm willing to bet anybody on this platform. Just my experience is telling me that, hey, yeah, he probably got some shit pending. And shouldn't even be out on the street in the first place. And what's going to happen is you still don't know how far you got to go to get this individual or individuals. You don't know how far you got to go. You don't know if it's going to be a car chase. You don't know if they're going to end up going to get somebody that actually seen them shooting or somebody that knew that he was the shooter and now they're going after them. You don't know if he going to miss that person and hit a baby. See, here's the problem. Every time I try to prove my point to the show or make my point, it take a tragedy to show you what I'm saying is right. So sometimes I don't even say anything because I don't want it to be any worse than it already is. Angela Kinney, AK-47 says that's a person that doesn't deserve to be walking free in society. Not now, not with pending charges, not even a person. I'm not retracting what I say. I'm not taking it back. But a person that was shooting a nightclub in a 600-person nightclub, even if they don't have pending charges, has no business out on the street. Catherine says, how did he get away with all those police around? You know, here's the thing. When Deanna says, Wyatt is cheating, y'all. He probably already knows. We all know he has resources in the court system. Don't do it. Deanna, go away. I'm trying to eat for a month. You know how many bets I could have just won? You know how many free days of wings I could have had without you butting your business all up in my business and shit? I didn't even know you were here. I think people get the point. They don't want to hear it. Truth of the matter is, sometimes your systems are the same systems you vote for, the same people you think got your back, same people that you think Got you. Same people that you think is doing the right by you. All I'm going to say to you is this, whether we want to hear it or not. Being a leader is tough. Okay? Being a leader is tough. You know what the toughest part about being a leader is? Put it in the screen. Let me take a sip. What do you think the toughest part about being a leader, a real leader, a good leader? What do you think the toughest thing about being a leader is? Deanna, you want to talk all that? Tell me, what's the toughest thing about being a leader? I'll wait. I'm going to wait a couple seconds. I can't wait to hear this one. Anybody can answer. Please tell me, what's the toughest thing about being a leader? Let me see. Darnell said, hold on, let me catch it real fast if you don't mind, Darnell. Let me see if I can catch what you just said. Sorry, my screen just fell down on me. Darnell said leading by example. Doc said staying a leader. CK said keeping your integrity. Justin Sharp said you're not going to be liked. There it is. Jerica said humility. Justin Sharp said it best. The toughest thing about being a leader and being an effective leader is that you're a bad leader if you care if everybody like you. You're not going to be effective if you're doing it for the people to like you. That makes sense? The worst leader in the world is the ones that have to be liked by the people that they're leading. They're never going to be able to keep people happy because they have to make critical decisions. Remember a couple years ago, excuse me, guys, a couple years ago, I think the new leadership, no, it was the city of Cincinnati's mayor, who is my favorite mayor, Aftab, when he won. And I said to everyone, you have who you voted for, and you have everybody on city council that you want. Now watch what happened. And I wasn't trying to be an ass. I was just being honest with you. These are leaders. And you're looking for your leader to do something that's going to keep you happy. And what did I say to you guys? I know some of you remember. Remember, I was like, oh, watch them put business over y'all. Because a leader has to make those type of decisions. A leader is going to do what's best for the overall instead of the people. And I truly understand that. I've had to make some critical decisions in my life being a leader, and it wasn't favorable to everyone. And that makes me the bad guy. But I can't take that in consideration when it's time to make critical decisions. I have to be able to make the right decision for the overall. And it might not be, I may not be liked for that. But when you have leadership that are making decisions based on if people gonna like them or not, you don't have a strong leader. You don't have a strong leader, and you don't have someone, like I told you, City of Cincinnati had an opportunity to lower property taxes, take it back to the original number, and city council, there was only one politician on city council that said, let's give the people a break. You feel me? Like, let's give the people a tax break. Let's put it back to where it was. We collected the money we needed. I think her name was Liz Keaton. The only Republican, from my understanding. No jabs. It's just the truth. This is a fact. Every one of those people on city council voted to keep the property taxes at a higher number, which costs property owners more. And there was only one person who said, no, let's give a break to the people. They should be able to take that money, and that was a perfect example of people who you think are for the people. The majority of city council, you voted for them to do what's best for the people, right? They chose the business over the people. Yeah, I'm mad because I'm a property owner and I pay the taxes, but I also understand. But what's the most frustrating is that them same people who thought they had someone who was looking out for the people, I heard no smoke. I seen no smoke signals. I heard no rampage. I heard nothing about those folks that chose business over the people. I heard nothing. So it just lowered my level of, all right, fuck it. A lot of people don't really understand that you do get what you vote for, but you pay attention to what you vote for. You pay attention to it when you want to pay attention to it. And when it's benefiting you emotionally, that's when it really matters. When it's benefiting you emotionally, that's when you say the most. When it's hitting you in the pocket and you feel like you have no choice, then you don't say anything because that's just the way it is. That's how it's going to be. That's bullshit. Let me tell you how I know it's bullshit. Ask the people of Oakley if that's bullshit. Y'all don't remember? Y'all don't. Who was here when I told you, oh, they about to do what in that community? They about to build this car place, and they about to cement this, and they about to put this thing in that over in Oakley? Shit, the people in Oakley ain't about to let that happen. They already bitching and complaining. Watch it don't happen. Remember that? Anybody remember that, or is it just me? Of course. What happened a year and a half later? City council went in and started talking and started thinking about it. And they didn't have an attitude over there. Well, that's just how it's going to be because that's just how it is. No, they fought for their neighborhood because they own their neighborhood. They have an economic interest in their neighborhood. And they showed concern for their neighborhood. And they didn't have a consumer attitude or a consumer, like, they didn't think that way. They figured this is my neighborhood. We pay taxes here. We don't want that here. And they made it very clear. And they challenged your city council. Here go the flex of their challenge. You can get mad at me all you want to if you think just because they white, I'm saying this shit. No, I'm saying that it's the same thing we could do. But we emotionally attached to our leaders. See, you don't want to say nothing bad about them motherfuckers because they look like you. So you just take whatever fuck they dish at you. You okay with it. And you ain't gonna scream and holler and do none of that. You ain't gonna do none of that. But those folks showed you who really in charge. Now, y'all, we voted for y'all. Y'all work for us. Do what's best for the people. Don't come in here putting that shit for the city in our neighborhood. That ain't gonna work for us. Nah, we need to talk about this. See, that's the difference. And we could do that same thing if we had Lincoln Heights. If we had that same type of setup, we would run our own ship and do our own stuff. If I would have known 30 years ago. what I know today. It's 4 o'clock. I got to bounce. See you guys tomorrow right here on Wyatt Live, same time, 1 o'clock. For those that may not come tomorrow, that's fine. It's all cool. I'll be here. If not, peace and love. I'll see you on the next one. Same time right here, Wyatt Live. Peace and love to you all.
The Commission, Uncle Paulie, P. Diddy, Caesar Leo, De Janeiro, Charlie Baltimore, Iceberg Slim, the most shady, Frankie Baby. We here.
Do you know what beef is? Do you know what beef is? Ask yourself. Do you know what beef is? Come on.
Ha 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 ha. Check out this bizarre rapper style used by me. The B.I.G. I put my key, you put your key in. Money will be seeing. We'll reach the fucking ceiling. Check it. My calico been cop. This rap Alfred Hitchcock drop top notch. Player hating gon' stop. This instant. Rappers too persistent. Quick to spit. Biggie name on shit. Make my name taste like ass when you speak it. See me in the street, your jewelry, you can keep it. That be our little secret. See me, B that is, I that is, G Wiz. Motherfuckers still in my bid. Hope they know my nigga got to fucking kidnap kids. Fuck them in they ass, throw them over the bridge. That's how it is. My shit is laid out. Fuck that beef shit. That shit is played out. Y'all got the goal. All I make is one phone call. All y'all disappear by tomorrow. All your guns is borrowed. I don't feel sorrow. Actually, your man passed the gap to me. Now check this. What's beef? Beef is when you need 2 cats to go to sleep. Beef is when your moms ain't safe up in the streets. Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be in ICU. One more time. What's beef? Beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be your ICU. Check it. I done smoked with the best of them. Shot at the rest of them. Was about 100 or more. Maybe less of them. Got my rocks off. That nigga from the brook just be wildin' on you. Just be styling on you. And I tried to warn you, but your eyes fucked up. Now I cleared them shits with hits. You on the fucking bench. Pardon my French, but sometimes I get kinda peeved at these weak MCs with these supreme baller like lyrics. I call them like I see them G. Y'all niggas sound like me. Y'all was grimy in the early 90s. Far behind me, it ain't hard to find me. Number 1 with the booyaka. Give me the Remy and the Chronic. Ain't no telling what I do to y'all. It's obvious the game's new to y'all. Take them ends you make and spend them on the tutor, huh? One shot, I'm through with what's beef. Beef is when you need 2 gas to go to sleep. Beef is when your moms ain't safe up in the streets. Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be in ICU. One more time, what's beef? Beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be in ICU. There be nothing but smooth sailing. When I spit shots, now your crew's bailing. All I got is heat and tough talk for you. Tie you up, cut your balls off just for you. Man, listen, straight torture. Look what that slick shit bought ya. A first class ticket to Lucifer. Real name Christopher. Watch me set it off like Vivica. Here lies your demise. Close your eyes, think good thoughts. Die while your skin start to glisten. Pale blue, hands get cold, your soul's risen. It's bad cause I just begun. What make the shit real bad, I was having fun. What's beef? Beef is when you need 2 cats to go to sleep. Beef is when your moms ain't safe up in the streets. Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be in ICU. One more time, what's beef? Beef is when you make your enemies start your G. Beef is when you roll no less than 30 deep. Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be your ICU. And I'm through. Life after.
Now ask yourself, do you really know what beef is?
Life after.
Then ask yourself, do you really?
Life after.
Yeah, I like that. Y'all know what it